What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so we get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real cash app, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you donate to the channel, people. I've been under the weather a little bit, people. So, y'all got to excuse me out of the way I'm looking. Looking like Wolverine out this motherfucker. So, getting back, you know what I mean, feeling a little better and shit. I've been under the weather like crazy. But anyway, so people, they tried to kill, a man tried to kill Trump. And listen, like I said, I don't condone violence, man. But I keep saying this. If you continue to push violence and wish harm on others, disrespect the dead, and shit like that, yo, karma's a bitch. I keep saying this. Like, listen, I don't wish harm on Donald Trump. I don't wish harm on racists. I don't wish harm on nobody. But yo, if you continue to push that narrative out here of you don't give a fuck about nobody else or their lives and shit like that, that shit comes back to you. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I don't wish harm on nobody, but like, I'm not gonna cry and shit like that when certain people, bad people die or some shit like that. You get what I mean? Like, and there's sort of empathy or sympathy for that. I feel sorry for their kids or some shit like that. But not for them, I can't fuck either way if they horrible people like that. But I don't wish harm on the person if they was evil or not, because I'm not God, right? I ain't trying to kill them. I don't want them dead, right? But you can't keep pushing this narrative out here and thinking nothing gonna happen. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get more into what kind of happened. We don't have all the details yet, but we got a little bit of it. But let's get into it.
Close to the front near the dais.
Yeah, I gotta say, Dan, I've been through some stressful situations in my life, right? I did the first Gulf War. I was here in 1998. You may remember when the gunman rushed past the Capitol Police officer, killing Officer Chestnut in a very similar kind of situation. Anthrax, 9/11. Last night was very stressful, I will say, in that you heard the shooting going on and you didn't really know what was happening. I heard a couple pops. I looked up and kind of a wave of a crowd kind of went down. Cabinet secretaries were kind of around me. So Secretary Hegseth and Secretary of DHS, Mark Wade Mullins behind me, and Sean Duffy and others, senior members of the cabinet, Dan Scavino.
And let me just say this too, right? Because I don't want to downplay what happened. But the gunman, the shooter, whoever yo was, I care not to know his name because he's a stupid idiot. I don't give a fuck. I like I'm not okay with this dude doing what he did. It was dumb. I don't give a fuck how much you hate this dude, hate Donald Trump. I am not giving that much energy to pack up my shit, write a letter or why I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and ride my ass. Because he didn't just go straight to D.C. He went from Los Angeles to, I think, Chicago, and then went to D.C. Weird, right? But then stayed at a hotel or whatever, and then, that takes a lot of planning. So for me, for the Foster shooter, I lock his ass up forever. Even though he didn't kill nobody, he's a threat to society. Because nigga, if you get radicalized that much, listen, people, let me just say this. I can understand, right? And I'm not saying it's okay, but that I never even say that. I can understand if the dude, let's just say ICE killed like a family member of his or something, a police officer, or Trump policies got his family killed or some shit like that. It's a little bit more understandable. Or why would you would go through all that shit to try to go and kill the president of the United States? Second of all, you have to be a little off your rocker to think that any of us that think because we got guns or whatever, we're going to get that close to kill a president. Now, mind you, this dude was not even on the same floor. He wouldn't have made it anywhere. He'd have got gunned down, probably murdered before he even got to that floor. He didn't even make it to the floor. So when people, like you're going to hear them say, a lot of people say it should have been more security and shit like that. The dude was nowhere near there. He was not going to get to the president or anybody in that room up there. One cop did get shot in the chest, but he had a bulletproof vest. God bless that man. Glad he's okay. Right? I think he was a Secret Service guy. You know what I mean? But they're the only motherfuckers that was really in danger, or people that was coming in to get to the correspondent dinner thing that was still coming in a little late. But they didn't even start the shit, really. Shit wasn't even started yet. It didn't even get started. So people just still coming in. Whatever. But that's my second point. The third point is, listen, throw that dude under the jail because he dumb. It ain't nothing that Trump can do to make me want to assassinate him. Or pack my shit up, or write a manifesto, lose my mind to go and try to go somewhere to kill the president. It's just stupid, man. Or any politician. It doesn't matter. Who the fuck? I don't want to risk my life. I'm not dying for nothing stupid like that. I'm not risking my life. I'm not going to end my whole life because of these stupid man. Please, hey man. To all the crazy people out there that think you gonna go and kill these people, these politicians or whoever, you stupid motherfuckers. You know you're going to jail, right? You know if you try to kill some of these people, you're going to jail for the rest of your life. Especially if you fucking with a president. Just idiots, man. But anyway, let's just move on. What was going on? Hold on, y'all. My damn phone acting crazy. Yep. Come on, bro.
Ocampo stuff. He was kind of left standing there, right? And people were climbing over chairs. And so they got whisked away very quickly. Everybody kind of went under my table. I pushed some people under the table. When I saw the president traveled there, the counter assault team, which is the gentleman, the battle rattle, long weapons, up on the stage. When I saw those folks, I was a little bit more relaxed because no one was getting through those doors. But my immediate concern, like Oz was saying to you earlier, I thought there could have been a device in the room. That was a big concern of mine, that something was going to explode. And
first of all, no, it wasn't. See, let me just be honest about this. See, it's a serious issue just because of what the guy tried to do. I'm not downplaying that part, but this whole thing that right wingers starting to do, they coming out talk about, you're gonna hear it, but this whole notion that this shit was just this dangerous, it wasn't. It wasn't that dangerous. People, you listen. You have more of a risk. It's more of a danger when you walk outside of your house than what happened at that correspondent dinner with all those people in the room. Even with him, he talking like, you get what I mean? Like they're over exaggerating this shit for me, because first of all, you got the Secret Service there with the local police, with the Capitol Police. It was everybody named mama there. This is top flight security, nigga. It wasn't nothing, no bombs and shit was gonna be there. First of all, the president is coming. So they swept that whole damn building. So it wasn't those a bomb gonna go off. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. These people be trying to downplay a house. Listen, people, have you ever noticed? Only this shit is happening to Donald Trump. You notice this. We didn't have threats before against presidents and shit like that, but ain't nobody got close. Honestly. First of all, for this dude to even get in the building with some fuck shit. Like, what's going on here? He shouldn't even be got in the building. The dude, he got in the building, people. The president of the United States is in the building with the vice president, all the top people of his cabinet, all the most important people from his administration is there. And somehow, some way, this dude got in the building. He shouldn't have been able to got in that building, people. That's number one. What's going on, people? Like, what was the Secret Service even thinking? Like nobody should have been able to come through there. Like, metal detectors, all that shit's supposed to be up. It's the president. Like Trump or not, but nobody's supposed to get close, nowhere in the building. Some could have happened. Even outside of the building, the perimeter should have been different. In Washington, D.C., people, it's not like he was in a certain different type of state or something. Yo, he in Washington, D.C. This is the capital. What the fuck what we talking about here? The military is there, the FBI is there, the DEA, CIA, ICE, all that shit is there. Secret Service. How the fuck the Capitol Police, the Washington, D.C. Police, how the fuck did this dude even get in the building? With the guns. Come on, bro. Listen, this is why people be conspiracy theories, because this shit don't be making no sense. How could this dumb shit happen? But you get to start thinking like a conspiracy theorist, because you start thinking like, how the fuck did anybody let him get in there with a gun? Listen, mind you, before the president supposed to even get in the building, everybody who supposed to be in that building is getting vetted. These are facts. Down to the fucking cleaning people. Like, seriously. It's fucking, it should be impossible to get in that building, but somehow this dude got in there. That shit should ask people like, how the fuck did this happen? Come on, bro. Let's be real about that shit. That's what I think probably people be like, man, this shit is a hoax. People like on conspiracy theories. It's because of just of what I said. It doesn't make no sense. How the fuck did this dude even get on the property? Like, even before motherfuckers get onto the property, should have been a gate up around. It's the president of the United States, bro. Armed guards out that bitch like, yo, never mind. But like I said, do y'all notice that this only happening to this nigga, to Trump? You know, it's only happening to him. Ain't happening with Barack. People had Barack. He got death threats and shit like that. Especially George Bush Jr., Clinton, everybody. Only him. I think outside of Donald Trump, George Bush Jr. was the most hated. Outside of him, in the last 21st century, maybe Nixon, maybe. But come on, bro. It's only happening to him. To be very, very honest, not a big conspiracy theorist about this shit, but it's starting to seem like to me that he almost got a death wish. But I don't even look at it like, because I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist like that. to get into some conspiracy shit. I just think it's karma. You can't go around mistreating people, violating people's rights, trying to turn the country to a dictatorship, you the king, and all this other goofy shit he's doing. You gonna rouse some people. You gonna look, the dude that did this shit, this dude was the teacher of the year last year. He wasn't no fucking psychopath or nothing like that. He got triggered in the last year of this shit, of Trump. Something triggered him. And like I told you, some people get tired of being sick and tired, man. It's like all the immigrants, Latino community, when black people, we got triggered. We done, bro. Like out of that election, we like, yo, man, you on your own, man. We tired. Sick and tired of bitch. Listen, that's most likely what happened to this dude. Not trying to defend him. He's stupid as a motherfucker. Lock his ass up, throw away the key. But yo, this dude was the teacher of the year last year. He wasn't no fucking, he got no criminal record, no type of outbursts of something psychological or nothing like that. But somehow he got triggered to do some crazy shit like this. Come on, man. It ain't nothing. Let's just move on.
We are going to be left, very, very in peril there. But there was a lot of chaos, a lot of moving around. I will say this: Secret Service did an incredible job of protecting everybody. Credit to them. Credit to Markwayne Mullin.
Actually, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Because like I said before, just a few seconds ago, how the fuck did this dude even get in the building? So they didn't do a good job. This wouldn't even have been an issue. This wouldn't have been an issue if he wouldn't be able. If I guarantee you, we won't know all the details though. How this man got in the fucking building. Hopefully we do, but I'm not confident enough we're gonna get that evidence. How the fuck he get in the building? That's my number one question. How the fuck he get in the building? I don't give a fuck what his past was. I don't give a fuck why he got radicalized. I don't give a fuck. I want to know how the fuck did he get in the building? So no, the Secret Service didn't do a good job. Because he got in the building, he ran past Secret Service, and he shot a Secret Service officer. Could have killed him. How the fuck they do a good job? Let's move on, man.
DHS, heard Scott say we need to fund these folks. They're not getting paid right now, kind of thing, and they were heroes last night. They did a great job protecting everybody in that room. I thought the president's speech last night was right on point, bringing everyone was very united in that room.
Listen, nobody's a fucking hero for doing a fucking job. You signed up for that shit. It wasn't no crazy shit like that. It was one dude. First of all, it's probably about close to 100 Secret Service in that bitch. Probably local police officer. He was going to get killed regardless. I don't know how they took him down without killing him, but it is what it is. We'll find out more details about it. But nobody's a fucking hero for doing. If you sign up to be a Secret Service or law enforcement or military, whatever, you're not a hero. Stop just throwing that word around. They signed up to do this. They're not no fucking heroes. A hero is a good Samaritan, see something happening, and they stop and prevent something to happen. That's a hero. But these niggas signed up to be this. Please stop. They supposed to did what they supposed to did. And for some weird reason, they didn't do that great of a job like y'all think. How the fuck I'll keep asking that question. How the fuck he get in the building? That's what I want to know. Ain't nobody gonna answer that question though. But anyway, let's move on.
And the press, the president, the administration all went through something very traumatic, and I think hopefully it'll bring people together. We might have a better day today and tomorrow because of it. So.
Okay. It is always in these scary moments, which are unfortunately so frequent in this country, you do the one sort of positive that you take away from it are these stories of people helping each other, a moment of unity, people sort of under pressure and under fear and potentially fear for their own lives coming together.
Hold on, people, my bad. What the fuck is going on my phone, man? It's about it's ready to conk out, it seemed like. I'm surprised I had to get my tablet. Hold on, people. Give me 1 second. There's a lot of shit in here. I gotta turn this damn heat off. Hot than a motherfucker in here. It was cool as shit. It was cold as shit early this morning. And plus, my daughter had to get ready for school. I turned the heat on and shit. Damn, hot. Anyway, let's get back into it, people.
To protect each other, as you said, the administration officials get whisked out by the Secret Service.
I know he has said some shit of hopefully we can get better to do what? Trump gonna be right back out. Republicans, many people gonna be right back out on the internet. They're gonna be back on social media, mainstream media. Trump gonna be on his social shit he do, social media shit he does. He'd be right back out saying egregious and disrespectful and hateful shit. I mean, what are we talking about here, man? It's a waste of time. They just be debating and having conversations for no apparent reason. But anyway, let's move on.
Many people, including their family members, are left behind in chaos, trying to understand what happened. So I think, the thing is, as we were out last night talking to people who had been in the room, that was the thing that really struck me. There was just an enormous amount of care and attention paid, and that's the one positive that you can take away from something like this, which happens.
No, ain't no positive. That's all bullshit. Half of the motherfuckers that's in that room is in cahoots with each other anyway. So who the fuck cares? This country is fucked up because we have people in power that only give a fuck about themselves. And then when something tragically happens to one of them or they in a situation, then they want to unify the country. You already got the country divided. And like I said, these people don't live in real reality. They live in weirdo land. I'm not even gonna call it la la land. These niggas live in weird. These motherfuckers live in weirdo land. They weirdos. I don't even like what this woman is saying. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Ain't nothing positive come from out what the fuck happened yesterday or any other fucking day when the fucking leader of the country is a fucking narcissistic fool and a buffoon. And he sparks violence every day, and then motherfuckers want to sit there like, oh, it's the left, it's the right. No, look at this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about the left and the right. I'm looking at him. He the president. Don't tell me about Joe and Kalama Harris and all that shit, Miss Harris. No, don't tell me about them. He the president. He's the leader. I don't give a fuck about what everybody else did. He the leader. And he gonna get right back to doing what he do.
All too frequently across this country. And so she worked it.
I mean, I really don't know what to say about this other than this isn't how you get real change. This only helps to galvanize or strengthen these idiots on the other side. And this kind of stuff will make them come together. I hate Trump and all those idiots with a real passion, guys. I think they've done nothing but help destroy this nation in multiple ways. Done nothing but divide people for over 10 years now. The nasty rhetoric that came down with Trump on that escalator has created situations that I think made things like assassination attempt more probable in this country.
Listen, I disagree with him saying he hate Trump. I wish he wouldn't say that. But I agree with him on the rest of the shit. Like, we gotta stop pretending, stop living in this fucking weird land, this weirdo land reality that people want to live in of acting like it ain't this motherfucker. He the president. I don't give a fuck about everybody else. You want the rhetoric, you want the country to kind of calm down a little bit, he gotta do it. We can argue policies all day, but this ain't, I told you, this ain't about policies. I said this a long time ago. I've been saying this for years. It's not about policies when it comes to Trump. It's about who he is as a person and how he speaks and how he acts. It's who he is. That's the issue. It's not about no fucking policies. We can debate that all day. The man lies for a living. The fuck are we talking about? Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? Sick of this shit. I'm sick of people trying to gaslight America, trying to gaslight the people of who this dude really is, and trying to blame everybody else. Oh, the left shouldn't be saying this. They shouldn't be doing this. He the president. Stop trying to blame everybody. Listen. If you are the fucking owner of a business and some fuck shit happened in your business, it doesn't matter. It's on you. That means you're not hiring right. That means the culture of your business. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be. Come on, bro. Like, listen.
The respect is just long gone. There's no more extending the hand out. And this is the result of this kind of just cultist, cruel, just despicable display by Trump and Republicans. And so some crazy people will take matters into their own hands. I don't know what to say other than the same I said about Charlie Kirk. Watch your mouth, how you treat people, how you speak about people. You never know who may be listening. I know.
And he right. He right about it. Listen, nobody wish that on Charlie Kirk. That nigga, how am I supposed to feel about that? I'm not happy. I'm not sad about this shit. You gotta watch what you're saying. How you treat others. Because see, these people live in a weirdo land. They live in a different reality. And like I said, we probably the most selfish country in the world. Like, yo, motherfuckers don't give a fuck about nothing until it happened to them. So it's like, yo, come on, bro. Like, all of a sudden, everybody want kumbaya over Charlie Kirk. Oh, this is sad. No, it's not. It's karma. We can't keep sitting around. And then soon as shit happened with Charlie Kirk, they was right back doing the same shit. If I'm the right, I'm like, all right, somebody just killed somebody on my side. We gonna calm the rhetoric down. They didn't do that. They went right back, letting Trump act and say the shit he wanted to say. Spark more division, more triggering people. And like I told you, it's a bigger agenda. This dude, this shit could have got worse, but it didn't. God, thank God that it didn't happen. But I already know what they're trying to do. That's why they're trying to sit here. They're trying to do one or two things. They want some shit so Trump can just be like, send the military out, right? Or something like this to happen. The other thing is to let everybody, what they're trying to do is simple. The left and the right, they got to calm it down. They want the left not to say nothing. Just to go along with Trump, let Trump and the MAGA Republicans say all the disrespectful, hateful shit, and we just be like, we're not going to stoop down to that level. You know what? We're going to turn the other cheek. So their message can get documented in society. That's all that is. So at the end of the day, a lot of us, we had a catch-22. We can stoop to that level or not. But either way, we lose. Because for some weird reason, if we do the same shit and speak the same shit that they speak, somehow we equal to them. It's like a bully. Somebody punch you in the fucking face. They start the shit, but you finish it. And then they said, well, both of y'all are equal. No, we're not. Because I didn't hit that motherfucker first. He hit me. He hit me. I finished it. He started it. I finished it. And that's all the right does. They start shit, and then the left do some shit, and they finish it. And oh my God, it's so all out of, oh my God. Nah, man, I'm not doing that shit. Shout out to my brother Game in the building. What up, Game? I'm not doing that shit. You not listen, first of all, I'm not a stupid voter. So, and I know about politics, and I don't live in weirdo land to where somehow, some way I just ignore shit. This ain't nothing of what's going on is good. And what this administration is doing. It's nothing good of what they're doing. And I'm not going to cower down to a fucking wannabe dictator and his minions sitting around trying to tell everybody he's the best thing that ever happened. How? I never felt it. Listen, if MAGA people felt like Joe Biden was going after them, trying to kill them or hurt them or arrest them or lock them up, then they are fucking crazy. But you ain't never heard Joe Biden talk like that. The way Donald Trump talked. Vice President Harris, either. Barack Obama, you ain't never heard them speak like this dude speaks. And they want to sit there and talk, it's both sides. Man, suck my dick. Fuck out of here with that shit.
What I'm saying may sound cruel in itself, but I'm just being as honest and direct as possible. I don't know why this guy did what he did, but this is the kind of crap you get with this, I don't know, this behavior that we've allowed Trump to and Republicans, MAGA, just infest the country with. So you're going to get more of these kinds of things happening.
And like I said, and this is not a left thing. This is a right thing. Now they're crying and bitching that they thought that all the crazy motherfuckers was on their side. Now you got motherfuckers on the left, people that lean left, some of them crazy. It's a radical side on the left, and you just think people just going let you keep. Like I said, it's like a motherfucking bully. You keep bullying somebody. What the fuck you think gonna happen? And people are like, well, he shouldn't have went that far. Hey, man, you don't know what somebody's breaking point is. That's why you always try to treat others with respect. And act like you at least give a fuck about where they're coming from. But we're not there anymore. So my whole thing with the right is what y'all bitching and crying about. Y'all created this atmosphere, and now y'all all of a sudden can't handle it? What motherfuckers turned down for what? What are we turning down? No. You spill that, you spill that, say that rhetoric, spill that rhetoric out there like that, we coming back. Motherfucker like me, I'm coming back. I don't give a fuck. And now there's certain shit I won't say or do, but a lot of times, hey man, fuck them.
For several years under the Biden administration.
Yeah, and I think that as you're looking at the investigation, obviously the fact that the shooter is alive is significant because not only are they looking at his home, but they have him detained and they're going to try to talk to him and they're going to try to figure out motive.
And mind you, I'm still trying to figure out how he's still alive. But a part of me think that he's probably still alive is because of the fact he was inside that building. And I think a lot of them, especially them Secret Service people, they're more trained to kind of de-escalate a little bit, right? Like they know how that these people are very, very highly competent. Like they got a resume. Like they've been in certain levels of law enforcement. And so the Secret Service is probably the best law enforcement agency out there. Believe it or not. If they had to kill him, they probably would have killed him. But I think they, you know what I mean? It was a tight situation. You get what I mean? Right? And like I said, somebody, a Secret Service member or somebody, we don't know what happened, how the dude got, how they got him. We don't really know. We don't know the details. We just see the pictures. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck he ain't got no shirt on. But anyway, then he looked naked. It's like they stripped him or something. Anyway, let's move on.
Whether or not there is an imminent threat to anybody else, whether he had planned any other attack, and whether he worked with anyone else. At this point, it sounds like the investigation, and according to what Todd Blanchard said, they don't believe that he worked with anyone else, but it's still.
Listen, a lot of those motherfuckers, right, that do, especially the left, a lot of those people that get radicalized and go off and do shit, a lot of them do a lot of that shit on their own anyway. Right? To get a group like that, like you're talking about militia groups, you're talking about Proud Boys and shit like that, right-wing groups, they would do some shit like that. Like the shit that happened in Michigan, how they all got together and tried to kill the governor or something like that, I think it was. Like, that's what more you will see. But usually, even with some of the right-wingers, they're usually like people that will do this shit on their own. They ain't got a whole bunch of motherfuckers with them. They might have been planning some other shit after, if they got away with it or whatever. But they usually don't have nobody with them. Because nobody is in their right state of fucking mind gonna be wanting to roll with them on that bullshit. You can't just roll up on somebody and be like, yo, I'm trying to kill a president today. You with me? Fuck Donald Trump, man. I got a plan to try to kill him. Niggas will be like, what the fuck, man? Hey, man. Niggas, first of all, we gonna call police on his ass. Hold on, bro. We ain't talking about that, nigga. We talking about protest, nigga. We ain't talking about going to try to assassinate nobody. Like, so, like, this is a small, like, it's not as big of a fraction of people like you think. It's a small fraction of the people that get radicalized like that. It seems like it's a lot, but it's not really. People, average motherfucker ain't gonna be willing to go out there, try to set some shit up, spend all that time to try to go kill a president or kill a secret a congressperson or a mayor or a governor. Ain't nobody trying to do no shit like that, man. And these motherfuckers that do that shit, these motherfuckers are lone wolves. They crazy. They probably just sit home every day. Even if they work, they probably at work just listening to a right-wing or left-wing craziness. You get what I mean? And a lot of times, people don't really realize this. Left-wing people, these motherfuckers that wind up going off and doing what they do, they listen to a lot of right-wing rhetoric too. So that triggers them. So believe it or not, you don't watch a lot of left-wing shit where they trying to rally people up to go kill somebody or do something to somebody. We got to start a war and all that shit. You don't hear that from the left. You hear that shit from the right. So a lot of these left-wingers be hearing a lot of the right-wing shit and they be watching their shit and that shit just piss them off and like, oh, these motherfuckers, like, people do that. That's why I said it's the right wing. They keep trying to say it's both sides, but it's really not. People don't want to be honest about it. They want to play like it's both sides. It's not. It's not a both sides thing. Let's move on.
Preliminary investigation. Last night, I think the biggest question that was happening around the dinner is whether the dinner was going to proceed. And that's what a lot of folks are talking. The president wanted to proceed because, of course, I think he wanted to address the press and everybody in the room. But from a law enforcement, national security perspective,
and listen. You know what? At first, I was like, why the fuck do he want to go back out there? But I thought about it when a lot of the details came up. It's because this dude was nowhere near the floor he was on. Wherever this correspondence was, he was nowhere near that. So that's probably why everybody was like, let's get on with it. All right, they apprehended him. Now, the Secret Service, the police, they're going to be more vigilant. They could have still did it, believe it or not. But I get why Secret Service like, nah, man, we're not doing this shit. I get why. Shut this shit down. And never mind. I don't even want to go there. Never mind. Never mind. Because I start sounding like a conspiracy theorist. Never mind.
Secret Service and the FBI, you have no idea whether someone in that room has some sort of weapon, whether people who entered the code check, whether they had a weapon, whether there was a bomb. And so from a national security perspective, they had to evacuate that room as soon as possible. Moving forward.
First of all, that's bullshit. Because everybody in that room should have. I'm trying to figure. I want to know. These are the details I want to know. That's why I said what she's saying is bullshit too. How the fuck? Why would anybody think that somebody in that room got a gun or a ball? How? Let's just say even motherfucker want to go out have a smoke break, right? Like the people that work in there, the chefs or the waiters or whatever, and they they go on a little break. They want to go out there and take them a smoke or something. It still should be Secret Service patting them down and let them in and out. They shouldn't just be able to come back in the fucking room. This is what I'm saying. Like, never mind. You know what? See, because when you listen, this is what I mean. When you start asking questions, motherfuckers think you on some conspiracy theory shit, or you're just ignoring what happened. No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck this even got to that point. Where this dude got in the building. Why y'all even thinking y'all need to shut this bitch down because you don't know who got a gun or a bomb or something at Kolchak? First of all, nigga, never mind. Never mind.
Charges that are coming Monday will likely be significant for the reason that it's an attempted assassination, not only on the president, but on the staff. And so I think that you'll see fullest extent in law come this guy's way. He can be prosecuted. I wouldn't be surprised if they seek life in prison. And so we'll see what happens there.
Now think about it. They're going to try to get this motherfucker life in prison because he attempted some shit. But he did do attempted murder. You can say that because he did shoot a Secret Service nigga. So I can see it. And like I said, I don't have a problem with it either because I'm just like, yo, hey man. First of all, he thought one or two things when he put this so-called assassination together. Nigga made a manifesto. He did all that shit. He didn't try to hide it or nothing. He made a manifesto. So in his mind, he was willing to go die. He didn't expect to get arrested. Listen, when any of these motherfuckers go out and try to do mass shootings or assassin attempts and all that shit, assassination attempts, listen, they not expecting to come back home. They're not even expecting to go to jail. They're expected to get gunned down and murdered. It's basically suicide. The manifestos and all that shit, that's just a suicide letter. That's all that is. It's a suicide letter. Them motherfuckers ain't planning on coming back home. Planning on dying, nigga. Planning on getting killed by law enforcement. It ain't. Listen, a lot of them probably shocked that they even in jail. It's being real.
Yeah, I've been in this room on the air live twice now when somebody tried to come in and kill the president. I mean, it's pretty obvious that's what this guy wanted to do, cause maximum damage with the president in the room. I worry about him every day. And I worry about these events. I mean,
listen. He's like, I worry about him every day like a little bitch, like Trump is boyfriend and shit. Like, yo, this dude Scott Jennings is fucking ridiculous. Like I said, these dudes mind boggle the shit out of me because when this shit happened to Nancy Pelosi husband, these dudes didn't say shit. When Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett literally said she was getting death threats, Scott Jennings wasn't all this sad about none of that shit. She had to hire security and all that other shit. Like, seriously. Listen, it got so bad. I think her security dude wound up getting killed or some shit. Right? Ahead of her security or something. I think y'all had, if I'm not mistaken, he might have had a criminal record. I don't know. But I gotta look back at it again. But yeah, this nigga was a gangster. Not even say gangster, but you know what I mean. But y'all, come on, man. Let's move on.
President, vice president, most of the line of succession was in the same room, and somebody was able to get that close. It's scary.
Listen, I want to say this. I'm trying to figure out. Trump ain't been at none of these correspondent dinners since Barack Obama made fun of him. People, this happened back in 2000 and maybe 12 or some shit like that. It was something like that. Been over a decade. He never went to none of them. Now all of a sudden, now he want to come to one. I'm just saying.
Frankly, I'll be honest with you, conservatives feel under attack. I mean, we've had Charlie, we've had 2-3 assassination attempts on the president. I'm hearing a lot of that this morning. I thought the president was amazing.
And this is that right there, which divides the country. Listen, even though Trump listen, just say, because Scott Jennings has a platform. He's on national TV damn near every day. I think he's running for Kentucky Senate seat for the Senate. You are in a position. And see, this is where the MAGA people lose me. These type of people like this. You're saying the conservative, we feel like, I don't want to misquote him. Let me go back.
To be honest with you, conservatives feel under attack.
He said conservatives feel under attack. So is no liberals feel that way? It's people that don't that disagree with you, that don't, or y'all ideology, or y'all party, or what y'all doing, they're not under attack either. They don't feel like they're under attack. He's part of the problem why the country is divided. Just what he just said. It's not to unify the country. What he just said ain't to unify. It's to say we were going to play victim. We so feel under attack. And so it's other people on the other side that feel attacked. What the fuck are you talking about? It was all about conservatives. What the fuck? Listen, people, let me be very, very clear about this. Nobody gives a fuck about conservative people but conservative people. There's only one side that has a lot of people on their side that's hoping and praying to their fake God that people on the left die or go to jail. None of us ain't a lot of us thinking about conservative people like that. We don't think about, I'll tell you one, I don't think about MAGA people like that. Or conservative people. I don't give a fuck about you people. Y'all care more about what we do than what the fuck y'all do. You ain't doing shit but ruining the country. And I'm going to keep consistently saying that. So if that's fuck you motherfuckers to get, or somebody get radicalized, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You motherfuckers are idiots. They want to sit here and play victim after you done disrespected and talk down to people, wish harm on people, and all that shit. Sided with a motherfucker that pardoned January 6th people that are terrorists of this country, and you motherfuckers want to sit here and try and want to play. Like I said, I ain't never getting over that. Ain't no Trump supporter can ever have a moral level compass with me or talk with me on a moral level compass, that type of thing. The fuck out of here. You still voted for a dude and you still support a dude even after or you voted for him. You know he had a part of it. Just say you didn't. He wound up pardoning the January 6th people. And you still support him. The motherfucker told you when I get in office, I am going to pardon some of them. He did say some of them. Should have pardoned none of them. If your ass was in the building, you got what you got. A lot of those January 6th people already had records already. A lot of them was already convicted of pedophilia or touching little kids and little girls and little boys. These people have records. The fuck are we talking about? And so when like Scott Jennings and these type of people want to sit up here and talk about on some moral level and they feel attacked, man, suck my dick. No give a fuck about you feeling attacked. Bitch, y'all let pedophiles out. And you had no problem with it. You still support this dude. That shit, I don't give a fuck. Yo, let's say this was Joe Biden. And he'd have let them January 6 people out. I'd have said, hey man, fuck the Democrat Party and anybody ride with Joe Biden. I ain't supporting none of them. Fuck them. That's what have happened. And I'd have been talking shit about them. And I'd have said, I don't support them. I ain't voting for them. And I don't give a fuck what they did. That's a real person that stand on morals and principles. But Scott Jennings and all these people, you don't stand on real morals and principles. So don't lecture us and tell us and try to play victim or conservatives feel real threatened. I don't give a fuck. Y'all started this shit. Y'all condone this shit. Now it's happening to your side. Now you're upset. Now you're scared. I worry about the president. Yeah, okay. Well, what about everybody else? What about them American citizens that got gunned down by ICE that he seeked on them? And a lot of these motherfuckers already had passes of misusing not misusing, but like they had types of records of these people mistreating citizens. You can't fuck about that. You call them domestic terrorists. You rolled with Trump and them on that shit. Man, please with your fake outrage, man.
We've had Charlie, we've had 2, 3 assassination attempts on the president. I'm hearing a lot of that this morning. I thought the president was amazing.
Charlie Kirk was the same dude that said he was okay what the police officer did to George Floyd. He deserved it. When the man was in handcuffs. He was in handcuffs. People, it wasn't like George Floyd was out wilding, even when they approached him. Yeah, he said what he said or whatever. He was high, whatever. They still got him in cuffs. They killed him because he wouldn't get in the car. And somehow, him being high got him killed. If that was the case, he should have died. Nobody should have stood on his body or nothing. He should have just died from a fentanyl overdose or whatever the fuck he was high on. God rest his soul. Love go out to his family and his kids. If that was the case. But that's what Charlie Kirk did. He condoned people being murdered. And somehow we supposed to feel sorry for this despicable human being? Well, he was here. And please, listen, I don't feel happy about it. And I'm not saddened by what happened to Charlie Kirk. I just don't give a fuck. I know a horrible individual when I see one. When I hear one. And his resume speaks for that, please stop.
Last night. The guy's unflappable. He goes.
Hey, yo, easy there, Scott. We don't need to know how Trump worked you out last night. Unflappable? Excuse me, sir?
Goes to the White House podium and struck the exact right tone. His rapport with Weijia Zhang, the head of the White House Correspondents Association, was excellent. I think they had all gone through something together, and the way he handled it was right on, in my opinion. Final issue for me: law enforcement.
First of all,
These guys are-
like they giving credit to Donald Trump of how he handled this situation like it's supposed to mean something. It don't mean a goddamn thing. I mean, how you supposed to handle it? You're giving credit to somebody that was supposed to handle it the way he's supposed to handle it. Why are we giving credit for something that's he's supposed to already do? Like, that's why I said they lower shit for this dude. They lower the totem pole for this dude. Like, dude, what were you talking about? He handled this like he's nigga. That Barack would have handled it like Joe would have handled it this way, and probably even way better than Trump. What you talking about? He the president. How he supposed to? He's supposed to handle it that way. Actually, he should have did way more than that. This motherfucker just do not even the basics. He just do a little something that everybody like, we could take a little bit out of that. He kind of did okay. He did okay. He didn't even do the basics. He just did okay. He's supposed to. Wow. Let's move on.
Association was excellent. I think they had all gone through something together, and the way he handled it was right on, in my opinion.
Well, how was it when the January 6th shit happened? Excuse me. And Nancy Pelosi and all them Congress people was in there. They was begging and calling this nigga and telling him, hey man, put a stop to this shit, send the military, all this shit, National Guard. And he didn't do nothing. And then he came out, he didn't handle it very well. And even after that, for years, he defended these people. And so he did this one thing, and somehow he handled it very well. Man, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Because it happened to him, we supposed to care? Listen, let me be very, very clear about this. I don't wish anybody harm, Trump harm, family harm. I'm not okay with people trying to go out and kill people. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't care that it happened to him. I don't care. I don't care. This man is evil. And I'm not going to sit here and show empathy and sympathy for evil motherfucker. Because something bad happened to him. When he wished harm and bad on others. All the time. Every day. This motherfucker wake up evil. Before he go to sleep, he says evil shit. Fuck are we talking about? Listen, I wish that happened to Trump, but I don't give a fuck that it happened to him. That's why my mind state is. I'm not celebrating it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not mad about it. I'm not sad about it. For what? I genuinely believe in karma. And sometimes when you put certain shit out there in the atmosphere, shit comes back to you. Listen, people, and it might not directly affect you. It might affect people around you that you care about. That's how karma works. That's why people are like, damn, all right, Trump got all these attempts. He old and you know, why he ain't croak out or nothing. Let me explain how bad this dude is. Listen, I don't agree with people, but it's people that, and it's probably a lot of people. People won't want to admit it, but it's probably a lot of people Can't wait till Trump die. I remember a couple years ago, I said that shit. I said, if he die, I'm popping champagne. I won't do it. I changed my mind on that because that's the type of shit you don't wish on nobody. Right? That's me getting caught up into how evil this person is. Now he's making me evil. Right? Like he's making me stoop to his level on certain shit that I shouldn't do. So I take that back. I apologize for that. No, I won't pop no champagne, but I tell you one goddamn thing, I won't be mad. I won't be sad. I won't be happy about it. Listen, I'll be very honest. I'll be honest. I might feel some type of release from it. Like, and that's it. Because he can't bring no more harm to the country, to the people. That's my whole thing. But anyway, let's move on.
For me, law enforcement, these guys are heroes. The guy who took a bullet is a Secret Service agent. He's going to be okay. We're not paying these guys. It's outrageous. 70 days, the Department of Homeland Security with the secret.
There they go. And see, and this is the reason why because he can't help himself. This is why the country is divided. This ain't got nothing to do with the Secret Service not getting paid. This got nothing to do with it. The Secret Service, people that are working without pay, okay. Excuse me. Trump can pay them right now. Trump got some money up there. He's stealing from the American people, giving to his friends and his family. Trump can pay the Secret Service. But people do not feel bad about the Secret Service or the TSA people or a lot of these people in the federal, they're not getting paid. Do not feel bad about that. And it could be your family. Do not feel bad about that. That's Trump. This is if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the longest that they went out without paying these people. Right? When the shit happened under Joe, right? They're trying to shut down the government, all that shit. The Democrats cowered to it, to the Republicans, because they kept trying to throw this shit and they didn't want this to be the public shit. Trump don't care about that. How that should make him look. That he ain't paying. You know what I mean? They don't care. People, you don't feel sorry for these federal workers not getting paid. Do not feel bad about that. Unless you voted for this. Now, if you Trump supporters, feel sorry for this. Feel bad. Because y'all voted for this. And like I said, they can pass a bill right now without Democrats and pay these people. But they won't. They won't. Because their whole objective is to keep trying to push this narrative that it is Democrats that's shutting down the government and not paying the federal workers because they're losing so badly when the midterms coming up. That's how that's what they're doing. So don't feel bad. And don't let them distract you and gaslight you and act like it's Democrats' fault. No, it's not. Democrats said, we just don't want to fund ICE. Everybody else can get paid. We ain't funding ICE. And I stand on that. I don't want to fund it's taxpayer money. It's my money. I pay taxes. I don't want to fund ICE. That's why, like, my whole thing with the Latino community, like, you motherfuckers, some of you motherfuckers, like, what y'all on? Like, as a black man, I don't want to fund them, nigga. They killed American citizens. They're locking people up for nothing. They are literally discriminating against Mexicans. I'm not good with discrimination. Not okay with that in any way. I don't want to fund that. So, yes, I'm glad the Democrats, no, fuck it. But okay. Well, everybody else ain't getting paid. I don't give a fuck. Fuck out of here. People are like, well, who use the federal? Don't fund it. You know what I would do? I would go find me a new job and work it. Fuck wrong with you? I wouldn't work for free. I tell you that shit. Tell all the federal workers that work in them positions, you working for free. Who work for free? The fuck out of here. Don't try to make me feel bad about the Democrats. Fuck out of here. So we're gonna fund a law enforcement part in the government that has to go out here, commit murder, and get away with it. It can happen to any of us. But we're gonna fund them to go out there and kill us. No, fuck out of here. That's why I say people talking about defund the police. Defund them bitches. They ain't doing shit anyway. They do not stop crime. Listen, people, if I got robbed or anything like that, the only reason I even would call the police and say like somebody got raped or molested or something like that, that's because it'll backfire on me. Right? But I do all that, but hey man, I already told y'all what I do. But anyway, but I'm just saying, it's certain shit I ain't calling the police for what? You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna get my shit back. Let's move on.
Service tucked under there.
Republicans'
Unfunded.
fault.
It's outrageous, and the people who've got it shut down right now to think long and hard about that night last night, and you know what that means to a cop who has to show up and take a bullet.
First of all, what they got to do? They still working, ain't they? They went to work for free, and they get paid. Whose fault is that? Is that the Democrats' fault? No. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna fuck who works for the federal government. If you ain't getting paid, why the fuck are you going to work? I don't go to work and work for free. I don't do that. Like I said, I be working another job. And I get people like, you just can't quit like that. Hey, I don't work for free. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. First of all, it always should be money in like a savings account for shit like this to pay people when this shit type of shit happens. That's what some of this money that should be saved and shit like that falls to the federal government. But they don't do that. They get this shit, they take that money and they give it, they spend money and give it to the rich, to the 1%. And y'all sitting out here, y'all mad at what? That lets you know how fucked up the government is. If they ain't getting paid. How the fuck a federal worker is not getting paid? All that fucking taxes we give and they ain't getting paid? Man, please, let's move on.
Every American ought to be outraged by it.
Yeah, whatever.
It's cute how much Scott cares about his baby daddy Trump. I know what he's thinking, guys. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. It's not warm when he's away. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. And he's always gone too long. Anytime he goes away. And Scott, enough with the long and hard and how he handled it being right on. And last night was great. We don't need to know all that, Bobby. Cut the crap.
I would just say the Senate Republicans have put forward a bill that will fund DHS, and House Republicans could come to the table and get that bill passed and fund it.
With all due respect, we know why it's closed.
So
We know why that department.
let's just,
I would just say it's about the president.
Right. And see, and Scott Jennings do the same shit. That's we know why it ain't getting funded. Why? It's a bill there to pay federal workers. We're not, but the one thing they said, they not paying ICE. Okay, take it or leave it. Like, I mean, what the fuck? 2 American citizens has died. Family members is broken because their family members are dead. Children are fucked up because of this. And we ain't even gonna get into immigration shit. But this motherfucker, well, you know why? No, listen. Listen, I hope and pray when Democrats get back power, they have the balls and the galls to abolish, and I mean literally abolish ICE. Get rid of that shit. That shit wasn't even an entity until 9/11. Get rid of that shit. Fuck out of here, bro. Get rid of that shit. How the fuck you have masked men running around with vests on and guns with no badges or nothing, no cameras, nothing, just running up on people, and they ain't even in regular car. They're not even in police vehicles. They're in regular vehicles, jumping out on people. Fuck out of here, man. You can't even protest the shit. Oh, you a threat? Are you trying to corrupt a scene? Like never mind. Let's move on. Can't stand this.
And so we were in the room. President wanted to come back out.
Yeah.
He wanted to come back out. He did not want to leave. He wanted to come back out and show
So
strong
what?
face. Service obviously didn't let him out for all the reasons that
Yeah, he
everybody knows.
wanted to go out to get a photo out. And then what he do? He took his goofy ass back to the White House and said, we're going to do a press conference there. For what? He wasn't that afraid. He wasn't scared. Fuck out of here. Listen, people, do you understand that Trump is the most protected motherfucker in the world? Nobody can't do nothing to Trump. If something happened to Trump, Trump died of old age. Or somebody is in his cabinet or his family killed him. Ain't nothing gonna happen to Trump, man. Unless he died. I'm not wishing it on the man, but I'm just saying. Nobody, everybody want to make this big deal about Trump and all this other shit. And this motherfucker, he wanted to do a photo op. Listen, the other thing I wanted to say about this correspondent shit, this was about the media. Usually the comics are the biggest highlight of this shit. It's not even the media. It's the comics. Trump wanted to go there to disrespect the media. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm kind of glad. I'm not even going to say I'm not glad about what happened to him. But I don't know how to say this. But it's not like I'm okay with what happened to Trump. The motherfuckers tried to kill him. Dude tried to kill him. I'm not saying that. But I'm kind of glad that this didn't happen. The way he can get in front of a mic in that situation, because that shit, like, listen, Trump is a dark dude, man. He a dark dude. He's a bad person. And this dude would have sat out there and he'd have said some horrible shit. Listen, I believe too, it kind of helped Trump that this happened, that he didn't go out there and speak. Not the assassination attempt thing, but him not be able to go out there after that. Because excuse me, of them shutting it down, Secret Service and them. It's because I think Trump is so fucking of a narcissistic type of person, and he's off his rocker, that he'd have went out there and said some real dangerous, cruel shit. Would have made the country turn on him even more. But I think that's what he was looking for. And he didn't get his wish. Like, honestly, Because Trump is not like literally, like he can't, like he's not literally, like he's literally funny because of his stupidity, but he's not funny at all. It's nothing funny about Trump. Like he has like a funny bone. It's not that. He just says fucked up shit that comes off as like you can't believe that he said this shit, so you laugh at it. Like this nigga's stupid. Like a stupid motherfucker. Like somebody say something to you, like, yo, that's stupid as shit. Yo, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? That's Trump. But it's not funny. It's not funny about him. But let's move on.
But to Scott's point about being unflappable, this man has now been,
Yeah.
people come at him over and over again, and he still wants to come back out and show America that he's going to fight for them.
We have to end this conversation here. We're going to come back at 11:08.
Listen, he says Trump get attacked. He still want to come out and fight for the American people. He's not fighting for anybody. I wish people stopped lying. He doesn't care about everybody. Listen, you probably can say that about Joe Biden. You probably can say that about Barack Obama. Even maybe George Bush to a certain extent. Bill Clinton. George Bush Sr. Ronald Reagan to a certain extent. Like, you would think they would care about everybody. Not Trump. Trump don't give a fuck about everybody in America, all the American people. No, he doesn't. The man said, I don't wish good on my enemies. That was the really shit he said. I actually respect that. Said that at Charlie Kirk Memorial thing or whatever. You gotta respect that shit. At least he was honest. But don't try to sit out there. He care about all the American people. No, he doesn't. He don't care about people that could be his enemies and no shit like that. He doesn't care about all the American people that don't like him and don't care about him. That's a lie. So they sitting on national TV lying. But let's move on.
Showing that he's gonna come out and fight for. He's coming out because he's an opportunist. He was gonna make fun of the press. What are you talking about? He's fighting for America. And already all these MAGA pundits are talking about, you see, if only we had a ballroom. It's like 20 MAGA pundits, all immediately. They must have gotten the memo on how to capitalize on this. These people are not to be taken seriously. But anyways, back to what the segment was about.
If first of all, that ballroom shit ain't Trump, that shit won't even be built when Trump is in office. He's just trying to put his name on something. The motherfucker is he literally this motherfucker literally is basically putting his name on the White House. The shit that listen, it's nothing wrong with upgrades, but do it the right way. He didn't do that. And you know what's so bad about that is I don't give a fuck any president. We pay taxes for that White House to be up there. And as black people, we should be mad offended by what Trump is doing with that White House. We built that. Our ancestors built that shit. We literally built it. So we should have a big of a say than anybody in this fucking country. But like I said, he's not doing it for the right reasons. He's just trying to have his name on some shit. It's just all bullshit, man. And like I said, these people are never going to make me feel any empathy or sympathy for Donald Trump or what happens to right-wingers or MAGAs. They're not. Like I said, the best you're going to get from me is that I don't wish harm on none of y'all. I just don't. Because morally, I can't do that. Because I believe I'm a good person. So I don't wish harm on nobody. Even my worst enemy, don't wish that on you. So it just is what it is. But nah, just because this whole notion that Donald Trump is a good dude, man, like we gotta stop that shit. And then the right wing, they always trying to do it. Y'all kiss ass all day. Nobody kissing Joe Biden's ass or Barack Obama ass, nigga. We will criticize Joe Biden and all them. Y'all won't do that. This man can't do nothing wrong in y'all eyes, and it's like y'all want us to sit there and be under the same spell that y'all are of kissing ass. Because what? Because he's the president? Well, if that was the case, y'all should have been kissing Joe Biden ass. He was the president. Why y'all ain't kissing his ass? You didn't. You criticized him. You disrespected him. You went along with how Trump disrespected him. So please stop. We can say whatever the fuck we want to say about Trump. These people are fucking crazy. They out their damn mind. And you're really going to get a good dose of this shit because on this clip, because the hypocrisy of these people. Listen, brother, I keep saying this. It's this. Listen, they always want to keep bringing up policies. I don't care about policies at this point when it comes to MAGA. This is about humanity. This is about how you treat people. This is about having so-called, y'all say y'all have morals. They have morals. You don't have any. You can't even stand on morals. And you're placating religion to hide behind it. So, what we talking about here? So, like I said, I don't give a fuck, like, what happened to Trump, this assassination, and any of them. I don't care. I don't feel anything about it. Nothing. I don't wish harm on the man. I didn't want that to happen to him, but I don't care. Let me make it very clear. If anything happened to you, MAGAs, don't wish it on you. Don't want it on you. Not going to be out trying to push people to go do something to you. But if something happened to you, really don't give a fuck. This is how I go. You know, call that whatever. Call it whatever you want to call it. But you can't, what you can't say is that I'm condoling violence or I'm wishing harm to happen to you. Can't say that. I just wouldn't give a fuck if it happened to you or not. Don't really care. That's all. Let's move on.
Got the big-eared fuck, Ben Ferguson on the panel. Let's get into this segment and we'll talk about it.
Of attacking the White House Correspondents' Dinner is now behind bars. But the rhetoric about who's to blame is in front of the nation. The suspect.
Now listen, I don't know if this dude is, but listen, I know he got a little black in him. I'll just tell you that shit. This motherfucker might be Puerto Rican or something like that. He got something in him. He might be a mixed breed. He might be, he might be a Barack Obama or something. But listen, people, he is black. Sooner or later, the racist is gonna be out there. He's a black man. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll take that. And we disavow that nigga. We don't fuck with him because who the fuck doing that? Who the fuck is gonna get that upset? He a different type of black nigga. We don't know the niggas. We don't fuck with niggas like that. Listen, this nigga, for him to have that much time, nigga, you come from being a teacher of the year to turn into now you a domestic terrorist. Get the fuck out of here. We don't know niggas like that. I don't know no niggas like that. I don't. But like I said, we in this new age of bullshit. So it is what it is.
Charged with trying to assassinate President Trump Prosecutors say he carried a handgun, a shotgun, and knives as he rushed the building. He also has a history of threats and hatred against Trump and administration officials. Republicans in the last 24 hours have been quick to blame.
And like I said before, how did he get in the building? They supposed to have tackled him or shot or gunned his ass down before he even got in that building. That shit is crazy. People, that's the question, excuse me. That's the question that everybody should be asking themselves. How did this dude get in the building? We understand what he did. I get that. We understand all this other shit they want to talk about. All this political bullshit. How he get in the building? Nobody's asking that question. Listen, I guarantee you, I'm probably one of the only motherfuckers on social media or in this space of investigating this shit or talking about it that asked that question. How the fuck he even get in the building, bro? How he get in the building? Nobody's even talking about that. How the fuck he... Let's move on.
Democrats for motivating this attack.
They've incited violence, in my view. I mean, you have some of the most prominent figures in the House and the Senate on the Democrat side effectively, calling for war. I mean, they use those kinds of metaphors, and it incites.
It was plenty of people on the right that Nick Fuentes, all of them that Trump didn't denounce like that. Steve Bannon, all of them said, yeah, it's time for war. Time for a civil war. Nobody on the right got that upset. Man, please, man. Look, man, stop. Listen, like I said, these mega people, listen, y'all motherfuckers going to hell, man. And the bad part about it is that I don't even know if hell and heaven actually exists, right? But if it does, you're going to hell. You motherfuckers are habituous sinners. You are intentionally sinning because you're intentionally a habituous liar and ignoring shit that you do. Listen, if I do something, I feel a certain type of people, I stand on it. These people do not stand on nothing. They always try to blame everybody else for some shit that they did. Listen, I am choosing to not give a fuck about mega people. I can explain why, but I am choosing to not give a fuck if you live or die. I don't care. I can admit that. I don't wish it on you. None of that shit. But if you live to die, I don't care. I give a fuck about you. At least I can admit that. I stand on that shit. And I can explain why. Fuck out of here. These people sitting out here keep trying to blame everybody else for their fucked up shit that they do. Take no self-responsibility. Mike Johnson is part of why the country is divided. And a lot of these mega people. Let's move on.
Violence.
The left-wing cult of hatred against the president and all of those who support him and work for him has gotten multiple people hurt and killed, and it almost did so again this weekend.
There's no shame in threatening the president's life on the left. So this isn't a both sides thing. So we can just cut that garbage.
Who's threatening Donald Trump's life? Name a politician. Name one that's on the left, that threatened Donald Trump's life. I'll wait. Now, you might got some motherfuckers on the internet from the left that might be threatening his life or saying, kill that motherfucker. You may get that. But name a politician. These people are lying. They don't have they can't name one politician Somebody's threatening his life. Fuck out of here. Listen, I don't like the space that we in, the way politicians or any of us are being threatened because of our ideology or political sides that we're picking. Of course, I don't like that. But we're not going to sit here and play and pretend that, oh, the right didn't create this. I'm not going to sit here and say the left don't use language, or maybe I even maybe do, to use language that maybe trigger people. Hopefully not. But nigga, I never said I want people to go out and bring any harm to anybody. Say what you want to say. Understand when you are in people's presence, shit can happen. I always tell people that. You say fucked up shit in people's presence, shit can happen. That's not a threat. That's not saying that I want people to do it. I'm just saying it's a possibility that can happen. Because a lot of people living in delusional realities and acting like the world is what they think it is. It's not. Well, society is what it is in America. You motherfuckers are crazy, man. Some of y'all crazy. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back, my people. These people be crazy, man. They be acting like everybody supposed to be all okay with them saying certain shit. Everybody supposed to be, listen, first of all, and the bad part about it, these people be saying all this fucked up shit and pretending that they Christians. They with God, they on the right side. But they still out here spilling hateful and violent shit and saying what they want to do to hurt others and shit. Like, man, please, man. Anyway, let's move on.
Out right now and just stop the nonsense.
Your headline is nonsense.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt also read quotes of many Democrats that she claims used violent rhetoric, including from House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. He responded to that accusation today.
The most affordable German-engineered car brand
Oh my God, that's
is also the
commercial.
most fun.
To that accusation today.
The so-called White House press secretary, who's a disgrace, she's a stone cold liar, had the nerve to stand up there and read talking points being critical of
But
statements.
listen, let me just say this. I got my issues with Hakeem Jeffries. But I give him props about calling them motherfuckers out, because he almost be closer to boundary of really saying how a lot of us really, really feel. But he catches himself because he's a politician, and I get it. But he be at that borderline of where he said that shit. Like, he called it, she's a borderline liar. He wanted to call that bitch. It's shit he want to say, but he can't say it. So I'll give him some props on that. And I don't agree with Hakeem Jeffries on a lot of shit. And he a Democrat. So just saying.
White House press secretary, who's a disgrace, she's a...
Hold on, y'all. The fuck? Hold on, give me a second. What the fuck? My bad, people. It was raining outside. I know I heard some shit. It was raining outside. I had to let the dog back in. All right. Anyway, let's get it back in.
Stone cold liar had the nerve to stand up there and read talking points being critical of statements all taken out of context that Democrats had made and didn't have a word to say about anything that MAGA extremists have said or done.
And that's facts. And listen, and that's why, like, if you on the left and you ain't with Trump or whatever, just say you ain't Democrat, but you ain't with Trump. Yo, ain't no way, yo, they can just say, oh, it's the left doing all this other shit, because they basically talking about you if you don't fuck with Trump. Like, this dude can say whatever the fuck he want to do, and they will excuse that, but anything you say is fucked up. It's bringing threats and is immoral and all this other crazy shit. Like, come on, bro. Let's move on, man.
Mark Short, it is sort of this uniquely American moment that we have a violent act with a gun, with a person who's clearly deranged. Then there's the partisan finger pointing. And now we're kind of back where we always are. I mean, is it fair to take this incident, say that it's the Democrats' fault, and if you're a Republican, never question or criticize President Trump for his rhetoric?
I think that the political rhetoric has gotten too coarse across the board. I think that today in America, I think there's just simply too much vitriol that's exchanged. But I do think it's reality that there's been 3 assassination attempts on this president's life in the last
and there they go. He's a part of the problem too. Like, listen, people, in this clip, and I'm gonna break it down to y'all, that Abby's gonna show that only in 2025, that where the left, you see the ratings of left extremism has been doing more than the right. And the only reason that you're seeing that is because they're in power. And we in a different time with Trump. Trump is different when George Bush was in. The right violence was up even in George Bush shit. Like, honestly. Hey, sit down. Come on, man. Doing too much. But nah, like, come on, man. Like they want us to live in this fantasy land of like, Trump didn't spark this shit. They didn't spark it. They had nothing to do with none of this shit. And then now, like I said, you seeing the spike of the left going up of committing violence. And like I said, to be very honest, I don't know if we can really trust that, because Trump and that administration be lying. So they could be hiding what the right is doing. Just being honest. But anyway, let's move on.
Years. And I think that there has been a heightened amount of rhetoric that's been coming out of the left in recent days. And so I think it is appropriate for us to ask everybody to begin to bring the courses down.
Look, I certainly agree with Mark on this, but we also have to keep in mind that the President of the United States has been using very divisive rhetoric for a long time. But I'm hoping that we can have a reset here. I mean, it is bad on both sides. Everyone needs to chill and realize that there is more that unites us in this country than divides us. I was very happy to see President Trump.
Yeah, see, and she's a part of the problem. Like, she started off saying some good shit, but then she goes back to it's both sides. It's not a both sides thing. I don't even give a fuck about what the left is doing in 2020. You can't even believe that. The whole government is corrupt at this point because of Donald Trump. They're hiding shit. They're lying about shit. They lied about the Epstein shit. They've been hiding it. Like, what are we talking about here? No, I listen, people. I am never going to be in this la-la land with them, even if it's a Democrat saying this bullshit. Both sides need to. No, both sides don't need to stop shit. Because if you punch me in the fucking face, you start the shit, I'm going to finish it. See, the problem is, for a long period of time, they've been thinking Democrats are weak. And the left is weak. We can do whatever they're going to do. They're going to take the high road. And then what happens? Shit flips. And which has happened. It flipped. Now the motherfucker that was getting bullied is fighting back now. And now they don't like it. People getting hurt, people getting killed, people life in danger. Well, y'all was doing it first. You started it. Everybody's not going to sit back and be okay with that shit. The fuck are you smoking on? We dealing with people on crack cocaine. It just seems that way. They on that sugar booger. Let's move on.
Saturday evening when he gave a press conference, struck a very conciliatory tone. I'm hoping that will continue. It feels like some of his surrogates today have been on TV very on message in a way that is not helpful. But both sides just need to come together.
Right. Because you got to think about it. If Trump says some shit, that's why I don't mean shit what Trump says. If Trump says we need to calm the rhetoric down, and then there's millions out in the media or on social media got their platforms, they shows and shit, and they go out here and they spark the shit back up again, then what the fuck do the president, what it means? When we know that if Trump tell them, come on, say, hey, y'all stop that shit, they'll stop it. But like I said, Trump is manipulating the media in a way. He come out, say, oh, yeah, we need to come, blah, blah, blah. And then he send the memos out to his minions in social media and mainstream media, and they get back out there talking all this bullshit again. Sparking the flames. And then, at the end of the day, he still ain't saying nothing. He ain't telling them to stop. No, come on, we're trying to calm the country down. He didn't go on their platforms or call these motherfuckers and say, hey, look, motherfuckers been trying to kill me, they try to kill me. Calm that shit down. Stop. I'm the president. He's not doing that. So please, don't tell me about the fucking right field threatening. Get the fuck out of here. Or the left this and left. Man, please. It is the right. It is the right wing megas, Republicans, whatever you conservatives, whatever you want to call yourself, Christian. You call yourself whatever the fuck you want to call yourselves. You are the problem. You started this shit, and now y'all upset about what? Yeah, Charlie Kirk did, and he did mainly because of y'all. The fuck you talking about? Ain't nobody on the left say, oh, we gotta go kill Charlie Kirk. No. Charlie Kirk put himself in danger. I told you, karma is real. Y'all don't want to believe it. Y'all got this fake ass religion y'all believe in. Y'all don't believe in karma. But okay, cool. That's why Charlie Kirk did. That's why Trump got 3 assassinations. That's why shit keep happening to right wingers. Because you motherfuckers keep thinking that you can bully motherfuckers and thinking people just going turn a blind eye to that shit or turn the other cheek. Everybody ain't me. Or a lot of people like me. We ain't gonna turn the blind. Some people ain't gonna turn a blind eye to that shit. Fuck out of here. Let's move on.
Realize the more divisive rhetoric that comes out of the left and the right, the more people are going to be in danger.
But it's not just.
Guys, these things to me take very simple analysis, at least in my view. You have to start in the beginning. When did all this rhetoric start? When did it start? Why wasn't this around the Bush era? Or even Biden? We just had Biden as president. Why not all this havoc? It's not a both sides thing. It's at all. It's not even close. I mean, is it at all possible? At all possible, Trump has created an environment.
Listen, and let me just say this too. When Obama was in office, of course, there was some, shit that came with that, right? You ain't hear about none of this shit, assassinations to Barack Obama and all that shit. You didn't even hear Barack Obama talking any type of way like Trump talked. Excuse me. So even if people was racist and they hated Barack, they ain't had the balls or they didn't think about trying to come and assassinate him because they knew better. For motherfuckers to try to kill these people, hey man, craziness. But I told y'all the biggest threat to this country is domestic terrorism. Here at home. Not terrorism, domestic terrorism. We are our own worst enemy. We ain't hearing about no motherfucking jihadists or people. Like, it ain't like that. It's our own people in our own country. Even when you talk about the immigrants, the illegals or whatever, it ain't a whole bunch of them killing Americans. It's Americans killing Americans. The fuck are you talking about? Nobody want to focus on that because everybody want to stay on some bigoted racist shit. Because of this motherfucker, Donald Trump in the right wing in MAGA. You ain't never heard nobody from the left and say, I don't give a fuck, even online to a certain extent. You don't hear people from the left talking about we need a civil war. Nobody ever said that. But the right. But you MAGAs. And you motherfuckers want to sit here and be like, oh, they tried to kill the president. What? You appalled and shocked by that? Okay.
Orders, along with him, has created a path to behave this way and speak this way. And yes, guess what? You keep punching a particular any population over and over, talking the way conservatives do and behave. Yeah, sooner or later, you may get popped back. One of the many facts of life. I just believe the origins of all of this is Republicans. And now they're crying that they're getting it back. for all I care, they can eat shit until they start to face the facts. What's staring right in front of them? It's Trump. And the worst thing is that
Now, you know the crazy part about that is, it's not even just that, right? What he's saying. Listen, I need mega people to understand this, right? You see the videos, we see them all the time, where these mega people be walking up, they even if they had jobs or they customers or whatever the situation is, and they say the most disrespectful, harmful shit to people. And then motherfuckers wonder why why we are where we are. Listen. As a black person in this country, right? You think if I get into a situation with an immigrant, right? Don't know their status or not. If they speak good English or they don't. You think if I get into them I'm gonna call ICE on you. You think that's gonna be my first thought process? No, it's not. My first thought process, man, if you don't get the fuck out my face, I'll smack the fuck out you. Like, that's my thing. I'm not thinking about calling ICE. I'm not trying to weaponize the government against them or their status or look at them because of their race or I can call ICE on you. Like, I'm not thinking of that. Now, I did say with the chick that said what she said about black people or whatever the situation was, and I say this, and I'm saying this to be in a respectful way to a certain extent because I feel offended, right, by people like her. Didn't say it was the whole sit your ass down. Saying the whole Latino community or some shit. Shut up. But listen, I said that shit because people like her go the fuck back to wherever the fuck you came from. If you hate black Americans like that, this ain't got nothing to do with white people. This has got what you hate black Americans. That's my issue. You hate black people that much, stay away from us, don't be in our communities, or at the end of the day, get the fuck out of here. Listen, I feel that way to racist white people. You find your ancestry and go back to where the fuck you come from. Where your people come from. You go back there. Because this ain't your country. I'll put it this way to these racist white folks. This ain't only your country. But at the end of the day, you want to be literal about it. It ain't none of our country. At the end of the day, bullshit. I probably got more stake here than you do. Because one side of my family is black and Native American. And on the other side, I got more Caribbean than the African trade shit. My shit is deep like that. But like I said, listen, that's why I say a lot of this shit is stupid of we even beefing with each other because so much shit happened and each other race in this country, don't matter what color skin you are, that we all fucking mixed together in some type of way. I'm very mixed. I tell people that. Listen, I'm black first. That's how I look at myself. That's how I perceive myself. And that's how I feel society looks at me. Right? They wouldn't know I'm mixed with Dominican and shit like that. They wouldn't know I'm mixed with Native American and shit like that. They wouldn't know. They see a black man. They see black. So that's how I move. But I'm not ignorant to what some of my family is. That's why I'm not like I hate Mexicans and Latinos and shit like that. I won't group everybody and say all of y'all like that. Like I wouldn't do that. That'd be saying fuck my cousins and people I fuck with that come from that. I mean, my family members, that's a part of me. It's like white people. I know I got white in me too. Not a high percentage of it, but it's there. But that's why I said America, the problem is it's the racist people in America. It's the racist people. And it's the poor racist white people, a lot of y'all, that need to get out of y'all fucking feelings. The shit is over. Racism should be over by now, but you can't help yourselves because you've been raised ignorant. I've been raised ignorant too, but that don't mean I'm supposed to continue to be that way. I have plenty of uncles. They don't like white people. I had one of my uncles say, I hate white people. But a part of me understood because he come from the South. I told my uncle, nigga, nah, you can't be saying that though. All white people ain't bad like that. But he said, well, I get that, huh? All white people ain't like that. You talk to your people, you try to get that. But for everybody just to continue to keep moving, like using this racism shit, that's what's really dividing the country. Believe it or not, it's race. It's just race. Until people say, look, man, we understand racism exists, but it's our responsibility from whatever community, whatever race it is, that where we correct our people and stop moving in this type of way. But as long as if you got people literally blatantly, and we allow and put people on TV to pretend that racism doesn't exist, then that's the problem. People want to act like shit don't exist until it affect them. Listen, people, I don't deal with racism every day. Let's tell you that. I know white people, I hang around, Mexicans, everything. Like, all the shit I'll be talking about all the time, no, I don't deal with that shit. But I know my people do. Some of my people do deal with this shit. So I'm supposed to ignore it. I'm supposed to be ignorant to it. People be like, well, I don't deal with it, so that don't mean that it shouldn't affect me. Yeah, it should. Because like I said, even though it's not happening to you, it could happen to you. Listen, I told you, before I got poor, like just say I lost everything that I got, right? And I really, really need help. I know there's one person I can really genuinely call that I know will help me. It's a white guy. Was my mentor back in the day. Still is, but we're not as close as we used to be. But I know if I call him, I'll be good. He'll help me. You get what I mean? Like, people, like, you gotta understand, yo, racism is real. And stop trying to pretend that race don't matter and shit like that and discrimination don't matter and culture don't matter. I know when me and my mentor, we got into it. And he actually came to the hood. White dude. Came to the hood. My family was ready to whip his ass. Who the fuck is, no one, who this white dude? And then I felt the situation that happened in my family, nigga, they ready to jump on him. And he in the middle of the hood. Now listen, if it wasn't for me, we would have let it go. Like they'd have stomped the mud hole in him. Like honestly, they was ready to fuck him up. Now, I had aunts and uncles and shit. They said a little something or whatever, but I was like, nah, I handle it. But I said, nah, I'm done or whatever. I kept the peace because I respect him. I know what he did for me, but at the time, I'm young, ignorant, and didn't know certain shit. So but I still respected him. I had love for him. So it didn't happen. My aunts and uncles, man, he was in the hood, bro. We the dog walked the shit out of him, bro. Like my family would dog walk them, bro. But it didn't happen. And my family felt a certain type of way. This white man coming around here, and they felt like, oh, when I told them, right, they automatically took my side, right? And listen, and the one thing that they did not like, that he was bold enough to come in the hood like that. They didn't like that shit. My aunts, such my uncles, they was ready to dog walk the shit out of it. They ready to dog walk him. That's why to this day I respect the shit out of him. He could have got fucked up. Probably could have got killed too, but I wouldn't like. It wasn't that. It had a situation. Shit went the way it went. I didn't like how I got felt. I mean, I ain't like the way how shit felt, like how the shit was happening. It was. I can't get too deep in it, but it was just a situation. I just didn't feel good about the situation. But like I said, I look back on a lot of it. I was probably young and dumb. Now, if I was older, I probably would look like how I'm older now. I probably look at that shit. I probably could have handled it differently. But at the time, I didn't. Right, I handled it the way I did. But I still have respect for it. You know what I mean? Like bad shit could have happened to him. But I get, like I said, I respect them enough. Like, listen, for him to come in the hood like that, gotta respect that shit. You know what I mean? Y'all respect a motherfucker like that. You know what I mean? I don't think he had a death wish or no shit like that. It's just, I don't think he was scared. I think that he genuinely cared about me. That's how I look at that shit. Like now I look at it like later in my years, I just think he genuinely cared. And he just like, fuck it. I'll take that risk. You know, fuck if I get killed or get hurt. Because I guarantee that ran through his head, but he genuinely was like, fuck it. I'm whoop in that motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Some bullshit, but you know. Shout out to my mentor, man. You know what I mean? Always got love and respect for him. Always. But anyway, let's move on.
It's not going to stop. There are just way too many grifters on the right and people willing for others to get harmed as long as they make a few bucks. This is just going to continue. And again, I don't know how simple to have made this. Just look back at the nasty things Trump has said, and you'll start to see how we got here.
That's rhetoric. It's actually policies. We have a president who likes conspicuous cruelty.
Now listen, Curtis Blow, he's talking about policy, right? For me, he's like in that political realm. I like Charles Blow, right? It's not Curtis Blow, it's Charles Blow. I like him. And he a gay dude too, right? Gay black dude. I'll fuck with him. But I highly disagree. This ain't about policies with a lot of black people at this point. It got nothing to do with policies. We may talk about policies or why when people ask us certain questions, but if motherfuckers really be honest, like a motherfucker like me, it ain't about policies. I don't give a fuck about Trump policies. I know the man is racist. So, and I can prove it. So I don't give a fuck about his policies. If it's good or bad at this point. Trump is a bad person. He's a bad individual. And I can prove it. I don't have to go through policies. Because character matters. What has happened is character don't matter no more to the right. It's about the policies, right? That's what they go off on. Right? And they're tricking the left, some of the left to do that. No. Character matters first to me. That motherfucker character matters. But mind you, when the right talk about the left, it's about their character. Before it's about policies. You see the fuckery? But anyway, let's move on.
And how ICE was operating on the streets. It is why he wants to bring back Alcatraz. It is why he wants to bring back firing squads. It is why he was delighted when his visit to alligator Alcatraz, and in fact, when a reporter asked him before he traveled to
Think
Florida,
about it, yo. Imagine this. Imagine if the left, a political figure, say, you know what? I think we should bring back firing squads to kill people. You know the outrage that the right would have? And this say it was before Trump. Imagine if a left politician said this shit, or president that was a Democrat on the left. You know the outrage that would be? All these fake ass Christians, no, God wouldn't want that. You see, you notice, but now they all okay with it. But anyway, let's move on. Even with the Pope, this man disrespected the Pope. You ain't never heard Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Bush Jr., motherfucking Ronald Reagan, and every pope has said some things that went against what the president was doing when it came to wars or whatever it was. And you never heard none of them disrespect the Pope like that. Ever. Nigga, they inviting the Pope. Let's talk about it. You see that? Not this tangerine looking motherfucker. Because he's a fucking psychopath. How you beef with the Pope, nigga? And I ain't even religious. And how you beef with the Pope? I wouldn't even beef with the Pope. And I ain't religious. How you? No, man. And Maggie, y'all saying y'all acting like this shit is okay. Okay.
what that was a point to make sure that if they tried to get away, that they would be eaten by alligators. He said, we're going to teach them how to run. And they better not run in a straight line. They better run like this. That conspicuous cruelty and wanting to see that, and in his first administration saying that he wanted police officers
and
to
mind
run.
you, it is, and mind you, this is arbitrary. This day locking up immigrants that's illegally, right? A lot of them didn't commit no type of violence. They came over here illegally. You know, if you come over the country illegally, right, and you get caught, do y'all know that's a misdemeanor? Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's not like you can commit some type of violent crime. It's a misdemeanor. Like, people, you can get more time for spitting on the motherfucker than somebody coming over here and get caught illegally over here. Right? No charge, no violence number. Just getting caught you over here illegally. That's a misdemeanor. These motherfuckers acting like... Never mind. Let's move on.
Run like this. That conspicuous cruelty and wanting to see that, and in his first administration saying that he wanted police officers to rough up people that they arrested before they even got into jail, got a trial, that lust for that is a whole other thing. We can't keep saying like, oh, it's just because people are talking. There are things that are happening that we are seeing, and that is a real thing, and that is contributing to a negative environment in this country.
Is it
Right, and see, and what George Bo is saying, he's saying people are watching this shit. And that is kind of what you're seeing from, let's just say the left in a way, right? Let's say the left. Or somebody, even this guy, right, that did what he did, tried to kill Trump. Like, yo, people are literally seeing this shit. And then Trump and them come out and come to find out they lying about they saying, oh, this person was a domestic terrorist. They lie about shit, and then you come to find out they lying. Listen, some people feel like they feel hopeless. It's your own government doing this. And then you see your local police, they ain't doing shit about it. Your local government ain't doing shit about it. Some people start to feel hopeless. I'm not condoning if motherfuckers go and start like doing this type of shit, even with Trump. Like, but I'm just saying, you can understand it. Not condoning it, not saying a motherfucker should. Just because I can understand it, don't mean I condone it. If a motherfucker came to me and say, yo, and I say, yeah, it makes sense, but I'm like, yo, I'm gonna talk to him like, hey, bro, but you shouldn't be doing that, though. Nah, don't do that because you just be those people. What you doing that for, man? No, we don't do that. I be trying to talk people out of that type of shit, regardless if I can understand it or not. But it's some people that are in a situation and ain't nobody around and they in their own space and they seeing and they listen to this shit and they building up the confidence to do this shit. People keep not understanding. People are alone. People are not fucking with people because of the right wing. Listen, people, I'll be honest, I don't fuck with people because of you right winger motherfuckers. You don't fuck with you Democrats, not for who you. I just don't really fuck with people like that. It's hard to trust people. I feel like I'm back in the hood. You got these individuals and you got them closed in like that, and this is all they seeing. Yeah, that shit go, man. Hey, man. I'm not condoning what they do, but I can see why they flip the fuck out. If you're just sitting home all the time and just seeing evil shit. I told you, the only thing that helps me, believe it or not, because I probably could be one of them motherfuckers, but the only reason that helps me about it, I literally stay away from people. I don't deal with people unless I got to deal with them. And like I said, I don't live in a community like that. And I don't go outside of my community too much like that. And even when I do, I move different. I move respectfully. Listen, I deliver to racist Trump supporters' houses. They got their signs up, Trump Vans 2024 or whatever the fuck they have up. Trump is God or some crazy. They be having all types of crazy shit up. And I remember I delivered to a motherfucker at the house. They had that sign up. Okay, my motherfucker was polite to me. Said, thank you, appreciate it. I said, have a good day. And I went on my fucking way. And I seen that sign or whatever. I just moved the fuck on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, it's like people are ignorant. Some people are ignorant and stupid out here, man. And we just got to realize that. So I'm trying to pretend that these people ain't stupid and ignorant. Like, seriously. Let's move on, man. But you're not going to blindside me and pretend that racism doesn't exist. Let's move on.
Is it a both and? I mean, I think they're making the point. There is a lot of violence right now, but it is also true that President Trump is the most powerful megaphone, not to mention person in this country, and he himself has a very long history of violent rhetoric.
Maximum.
Listen, and let me say this. And that's the thing with the right. They keep ignoring that. They keep trying to make him as a victim. Like, dude, you the president. You the fucking president. Listen, the right makes Trump look weak in these situations. Because like, yo, okay, yeah, you're the president. You know what? You're right. They say, you know what? You're right. He should be calming down his rhetoric. He should be taking control. They don't say that. You know what I'm saying? Well, they keep attacking him. They keep saying these things, the media and all that other shit. So what? He the president. He got numbers of networks that kisses his ass. But the mainstream media is the enemy to him. You the president though, but you got a whole network. You got a whole motherfucking network. Fox News kisses your ass every day. The fuck you talking about? Anyway, let's move on.
Everywhere, all the time. It was said before
Just ignores everything.
and after the last person that just tried to kill Donald Trump. We're gonna have more people
All right,
try to kill Donald
let's-
Trump if we don't stop. I
Let's
just
let me
started
just,
talking
well,
about it.
you're, okay.
I'm
Alright.
quoting Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah,
the
well, let me
Democrat quote.
actually play Hakeem Jeffries in context, just listen.
See, this dude Ben. I want these motherfuckers to really genuinely understand what they're doing. You are intentionally, if you know it or not, right? You are intentionally sparking division. You shouldn't be coming out here talking this shit. Because what you just did, you try to group all. We can't criticize Trump. Nobody can criticize. We criticize because he's the president. We putting a target on his back. Then what the fuck? Well, if that, you know what? If that's the case, then everybody that criticized Joe Biden put a target on his back. Let me ask y'all a question. Put game together. This is why you got these conspiracy theories out here. And this is why what this goofy ass dude is saying, Ben, or whoever he is, a dick rider, suck Trump dick all day. Who these motherfuckers are stupid, right? The Vice President Harris, she's out everywhere. Did y'all hear about motherfuckers rolling up on her? Motherfuckers trying to assassinate her? She's so disliked, right? Like Trump. Why ain't no assassinations happening to her? If I'm not mistaken, didn't Trump take away her Secret Service shit? Ain't nothing happening to her. Now ain't nobody trying to kill her yet. I'm just saying. Let's move on.
Oof, she's humiliating him.
Meds like Viagra, the wait time feels like it takes forever. There's plenty of ED medications out there, but they all take.
Actually play Hakeem Jeffries in context, just listen to this.
Oof, she's humiliating him.
Hakeem Jeffries just this month said, "We are in an era of maximum warfare everywhere all the time."
Donald Trump and Republicans launched this gerrymandering war. We are in an era of maximum warfare. Everywhere.
The people they was just talking about, he was just talking about gerrymandering, which is an issue. I don't give a fuck if Democrats do it or Republicans do it. I don't like it. Because I believe if nobody gerrymanders from the left or the right, the left will always win. But the Republicans know they can't win. I keep telling y'all that. Even like what you see what's happening in the South, in some of these South states, they would never win if gerrymandering wouldn't exist. They just wouldn't. It wouldn't be a red state. You wouldn't see all this racism and shit. All these racist towns. You see them sundown states, they wouldn't exist because they. I'm just telling y'all, racism exists because of gerrymandering. Gerrymandering. I keep telling y'all, you go to some of these racist ass counties and states and shit like that. Nobody is buying none of that shit down there with them. You go look at the infrastructure in a lot of these right-wing towns and states. It don't even, they don't have no infrastructure. You can talk about the urban community and all that. It's infrastructure there. Honestly. Even when you put the infrastructure in the white neighborhoods, they're not working those jobs. It's black people working those jobs, or immigrants, or minority groups. They ain't the white folks. They think they better. Let's move on.
The time. And we're going to keep the pressure on Republicans in every single state in the union to ensure at the end of the day that there is a fair national map.
Governor Josh Shapiro said
And mind you, he wasn't talking about people fighting and no shit like that. I mean, you can interpret that if you're stupid and crazy, but he wasn't talking about violence. He was talking about political shit. He was talking about people voting on the map. Sit down, shut up. He was talking about like voting and people voting and shit like that. He wasn't talking about any violence. He wasn't talking about anything like that. Sit down. Sit. He was, I don't care. He wasn't talking about any violence, like literally violence. He was talking about, oh, we're going to fight them. Y'all want to play this corrupt game? We're going to play it too. We got Democrat states that where we can get all the Democrats to gerrymander that. It wasn't about no violence. And then they try to play it like, oh, it's about violence. What? Oh, Trump do it. He called and say this. It ain't about violence. But he can say the things he say, and then the other side do it. They didn't talk about is violence. Ain't no violence happened. People just got out and voted. But anyway, let's move on.
Need to roll within the administration.
People have been disappeared in the community. American civil rights have been violated. None of this is acceptable. Heads do need to roll, certainly within the administration.
So the reason I stopped you is because there's a difference between using an idiom and a figure of speech and calling for violence. Any person who understands the English language knows that. And I think that is true of that quote that you just read of Hakeem Jeffries and the one that you heard from Josh Shapiro.
There will be more attacks and there will be more conservatives that will be killed if the Democratic Party does.
You heard him. He just ignored everything she just said. And so they continue to say this and say that it's going to be more Republicans. So, okay, if that's the case, okay, fine. Right? Let's just say he's right. Well, maybe Donald Trump should stop saying what he's saying too. And people like you should stop saying the things that you say. It's going to be, well, the left say that. But you don't care about that. That's why I said, like, it's not the hypocrisy of these people. But anyway, let's go back.
It's true of that quote that you just read of Hakeem Jeffries and the one that you heard from Josh Shapiro.
There will be more attacks and there will be more conservatives that will be killed if the Democratic Party doesn't wake up and realize that words have meaning and they light the fuse. It has happened to too many people, including Charlie Kirk, a friend of mine.
Oh,
You
fuck.
can't sit here and have Joe Biden say that Donald Trump, quote, is a clear and present danger to democracy. And then have Sarah.
Okay. Both parties have said that. He's just trying to push that shit only on the left. No, the right said it as well. But you see how he's trying to manipulate the public of acting like, oh, it's just the left saying that. No, the right has said that. They said that the left is ruining the country. Joe Biden is ruining the country. You know the first person that ever called Trump Hitler? There wasn't nobody. All right, people, I'm back. Yeah, they trying to stop your boy from speaking this shit. But I'm gonna really be out on this shit. But like I said, that shit bullshit, man. Let's move on.
And to too many people, including Charlie Kirk, a friend of mine.
Oh,
You
fuck.
can't sit here and have Joe Biden say that Donald Trump, quote, is a clear and present danger to democracy. And then have Sarah.
Is that not true?
But he is.
The American people don't believe that. They elected him.
Do you believe it?
I don't believe he's a clear and present danger to this country. I think he's a
I
savior for
absolutely
this
do.
country.
I absolutely
I believe that you
and
do.
I believe that
But
a
I
lot
think-
of Americans do.
But
Okay, and listen, and what this dude, this Trump deranged motherfucker is saying is that he forgetting that Trump said the same shit about Joe Biden. He's the left is a danger to society. He's a danger to the country. People that think on the left is a danger to the country. He said the same shit. You have no problem with that shit, but you got a problem with Joe Biden saying what he said? Like, these people are hypocrites. But anyway, let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Calling something what it is not an incitement to violence.
It is for people trying to kill Donald Trump.
No,
In the manifesto, it said that is why they were trying to kill Donald Trump. Read their words in their manifesto, and they will tell you. It is because of what you're saying.
It's a very easy thing for me to say that a violent person behaving violently is wrong. It is a very easy thing.
Give them the
I'm sorry, I'll finish. And it is a very easy thing for me to say that political violence does not belong in our politics, and it is a sign of an unhealthy.
And you see how, like, the brother, Charles Blow, he says it's not hard for me to say if a motherfucker is speaking violence and say, hey, that shit wrong. But you notice he keep trying to bring it up like, oh, it's just the left saying this. It's not just the left, bro. And it's not, and then even the people that try to play like it's both sides, it's not both sides. Nobody started this shit. Trump started it. Y'all side started it. And then now y'all mad, the other side, it's like, okay, well, we on that shit too. We on it too. We on it too. We with that shit. We with that shit. We gonna get real gangster with y'all too. Ain't they getting upset about it? What are you upset about? Let's get back into
democracy. But I will never take lessons in civility from this president and this White House when they have engaged
So therefore,
in the
like
very
the Jews
same
and justify
thing.
attack and try to kill the president.
And conservatives.
Facts. He said, I will never take any type of civility or these motherfuckers sitting there pretending like none of this shit has happened. Like all of a sudden it's just this side, it ain't their side. Nobody's going to believe that, bro. Other than y'all side. Y'all want to play victim now. Nah, y'all started it. And then now y'all mad that the others, just say certain percentage of people on the other side, that's with that bullshit. They willing to get down in the dirt with y'all? Even when the Charlie Kirk shit happened. Right? All right. That shit happened with Charlie Kirk. Some people on the left on the internet said some fucked up shit. You know what happened? You know what Trump did? Right? Instead of him saying, hey, you know what? Robert Mueller was a good man. He was a patriot to this country. We didn't see eye to eye on everything. But, you know, respect and love his service. Or not say nothing. Trump came out and disrespected that man and said he was glad he was dead. What the fuck are y'all talking about, man? What are y'all talking about? Listen, if you're telling me the other side did something, listen, it's like the other side, right? I don't wish harm on nobody. I would never do that. I don't wish harm, nothing happened to none of those mega people. Even to this dude that I disagree with. Motherfucking megas that come in my chat. Don't wish harm, don't wish nothing to happen to you. But at the same time, at least I'm honest and say, really don't give a fuck what happened to you. That means I don't give a fuck what happens to you. Good or bad. That's my thing. Don't get mad at me because I'm not kissing your ass when your people get hurt. You don't care about the people on my side. You don't care about what happened to me. But anyway, let's move on. Go back a little bit.
I will never take lessons in civility from this president and this White House when they have engaged
So
in the
therefore, why
very
refuse
in
to
the
justify
very same thing.
attack and try to kill the president?
And conservatives did not want to connect Donald Trump's rhetoric to Charlottesville. They did not.
No, it was,
they did not.
it was Southern Poverty Law Center that paid for that violence.
They
By
did
the way,
not.
we learned that
They
last
did
week.
not.
I agree.
They did not.
Southern Poverty Law Center.
They did not want to connect him to January 6th and his rhetoric and all the things that he said around January 6th to that violence. They did not get upset with him when he pardoned all of the January 6th rioters. They did not.
Therefore,
I'm
it's
sorry.
justifiable
No.
America to go
What
kill the
I'm
president of the United States.
what I'm trying to say is you understand.
And see, he jumped out and you didn't hear what he said. He said, so that means that everybody, motherfuckers should just go out and try to kill the president because of what he did. Nobody's saying that. We saying to people like you, you're not standing up when he says and does shit wrong. And now you're mad at people that are may get radicalized on the left that may go do some fuck shit that we don't agree with. That's what we're saying. We're not condoning what this dude did. We're saying you can't keep pointing the finger at us when the guy that you keep supporting keeps spilling hate. You say nothing about that. You make excuses about what Trump does. But now you're upset that somebody tried, I guess on this side, on the left side, tried to kill him. Nobody's condoning what he did. Alexa, stop. But nobody's condoning that shit. That dude did what he did. Nigga, fuck him. Lock his ass up for the rest of life. Nobody's defending this dude. That's dumb shit. That's crazy shit that he did. Nobody, listen, at the core of me, I can't understand this motherfucker. Like, that's the stupidest shit ever. He's a stupid motherfucker to do that shit. But I'm not going to be ignorant to reality of like, hey man, I kind of can see why he did it though. As stupid and as ignorant and as fucked up as it is, and I don't agree with it, and that's, nigga, lock his ass up. But I can understand why he did it. Or I can comprehend why he did it. Because you got people out here that's fucked up and they're seeing shit, they're hearing shit, and they're not as intelligent or smart. You listen, I keep telling y'all about the American voters. They're not that intelligent like you think. That's why I always tell y'all, I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. I'm not trying to preach to anybody. I'm trying to open motherfuckers' eyes up to shit. Because a lot of people in this country are stupid. And they're ignorant to shit. They don't know how shit works. They just go off what they see on the internet or what they know, or what they've been raised by. And a lot of that shit is ignorant shit. Motherfuckers talking about, what they used to say, oh, I'm a free thinker. No, they not. A lot of people ain't free thinkers. That's why it was insulting to me that Candace was talking about, oh, we on the free thinking side. No, you not, bitch. No, you not. And then look what happened to you. Trump said you had a low IQ. He said all types of horrible shit about Candace Owens, posting her as like a fucking slave. That's what them racists do to you. And you didn't know that. And now, maybe you did or maybe you not. But look how they perceived her. Put her all bloodied up like she got a live, but like she was a slave. Why she gotta look like that? Had a do-rag on and a bandana on and all that shit. Looked like a fucking slave. Abused woman. That's how they made her look. Nobody had no problem with that from the right. That Trump would put that out there. And it didn't come from him. He just retweeted it. Or people in his cabinet. Nobody got a problem with that. And Candace Owens was the biggest ass kisser and supported Trump until she wasn't. Come on, man. Let's move on.
Does not feel good to Americans, and they
Hold on.
reject it.
Let me just say, Ben, nobody,
Dumbo always says that. I go back to. When he's got nothing to say. Go back up Trump's ass. Like, these people are so unbelievable. He knew what he was doing there when he first started talking to Abby. He's just an effing liar. He has no argument. Oh, so that you guys are just like the fuse, right? No, idiot. Trump is lighting the fuse. He is the entire fuse. Like, these people, and this idiot Flappy Ear said it. He thinks Trump is the sick.
You know what I feel like with these Trump supporters? It's like a parent, right? You got a kid. You know how your kid is, right? You know your kid is a bully. Your kid be on some bullshit. And you just ignore that because it's your kid. You're going to support them, whatever. It don't matter. They're your kid. That's the most ignorant shit ever. That's the most ignorant shit. If my kid is doing wrong and the evidence is there and we know it's there, you know your kid doing fucked up shit, then listen, is it really about your kid or is it really about you? What you supporting and allowing your kid to do? That's mega. They don't take no responsibility. Listen, this ain't just about Donald Trump. It's about you. And then you try to say, oh, they hate Donald. No, if motherfuckers hate Donald Trump, they hate you. They dislike Donald Trump like me and despise that motherfucker. I despise you. It ain't just about Donald Trump. It's about you motherfuckers too. But they so goddamn ignorant and stupid and so much in a cult and so much not give a fuck about other people unless some shit happen to them, and they so evil and fucked up, they don't care. That's blame the oppressed people that's being oppressed. That's, regardless of what way, however you look at it, that people fighting back. Oh, it's their fault. They shouldn't be saying this though. We can say it, but y'all can't say it. That's what they're saying, basically. They can say and do whatever the fuck they want to do. But if the other side fight back and say and do some things, oh, y'all shouldn't be doing that. He's the president. Did y'all give a fuck about Joe Biden? You remember when they kept talking about Sleepy Joe? Talk all bad about Joe Biden. They never knew he was sick, though. And even when they found out he was sick, they said, well, he shouldn't have been in office for that. Come on, man.
Savior of this country? What in the hell is going on? Savior of exactly what I would have asked at that very moment. What is he saving? And I don't get what conservatives are even complaining about here. Do they really expect us to just stay silent when Trump says the thing he says? Or does?
Yes. My brother, that's what they saying. They saying Trump can say whatever the fuck, and they can say whatever the fuck they want and back it and say whatever the fuck they want to say. And we should just be quiet about it because he's the president. They talked about cancel culture. We did that, right? But ain't that the same shit they doing? They basically say, oh no, he's the president. You shouldn't say nothing. You shouldn't do this. Or we say something, you shouldn't say this. You trying to cancel culture us. You have no problem. Listen, they have no problem with the motherfucking comics on TV making fun of liberals, but soon they make fun of Republicans, now they got a problem with it. It's the hypocrisy for me. I keep saying it, it's the hypocrisy. Right wing and MAGA, y'all people have lost y'all damn mind, bro. And like I said, y'all got a rude awakening coming. This ain't a threat, it's a promise. You motherfuckers really think that y'all showing y'all ass right now. Okay, cool. But like I said, real reality will set in on your ass. The way you motherfuckers, you wanna do all this shit that y'all doing, I guarantee you ain't gonna like what's getting ready to come. Oh, it's some shit getting ready to come for y'all. That's what I told you. Mistreating people, doing the shit that y'all do, it's gonna come back and backfire on you motherfuckers. And y'all gonna have a rude awakening coming. Let's move on.
This is what he does. Depicts black people as monkeys. Just stay quiet, right? Just stay quiet. The man said he wants to wipe out an entire civilization. All those innocent lives. Called Somali's garbage. Recently announced they wanted backfiring squads.
Listen,
like Charles.
First of all, let's go a little deeper than that. What happened to them American citizens in Minnesota? His administration and him as well came out and called them domestic terrorists with no evidence. Listen, do you understand how much you harm their families when you say some shit like that? I know what you think they did. Just say you know what you thought they did. But you know how harm you brought to their family? And then they lied about it. Then you come to find out they lied about it. They lied. And ain't nothing happened. You know, none of these motherfuckers going to jail for killing innocent people or nothing. American citizens. And listen, we get deep into what they're doing to the Mexican community of locking them up and having them in these motherfucking concentration camps and shit like that. Yo, that shit is crazy. Oh, I got some shit to show you what they even doing to the kids there. I got some shit. I ain't gonna do it today, but I got some shit to show you what they're doing to the kids. These kids they had no say of what their parents did, but they mistreating the kids under his administration. And we're sitting here pretending he's a good man and all. Man, please stop, bro. Stop. And you mega people trying to pretend that you're on the right side. Y'all good. You're enjoying your religion. Fuck you. I got some shit that I'm going to show, not today, but I'm going to show how bad, if you religious or not, on the mega. Trying to pretend that you are. I'm going to show you that y'all ain't. Y'all ain't shit. You ain't shit. You got kids eating worms in their food. I'm just gonna throw a little something out there. Oh, I got some shit documented. That's what they doing to these young kids, immigration kids. They got locked up in some of these fucking camps that they got. This ain't even jail at this point. There's no fucking jails. Motherfuckers in jail eat better than what these kids are eating. The fuck are you talking about? Give a fuck about them kids. And you think that I'm supposed... Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
Blow side. And public hangings. What should people say? Nothing and just keep going on with our days? Do nothing, say nothing about this? I mean, I just don't even know what they want. Just completely shut up and says that these conservatives are such little bitches. Get the F out of here. In fact, guys, Trump knows how incendiary the things he says are. That's why he says them. It's the very reason he says them is to get the attention and his base all horny.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find the clip. Because I actually want to do the clip, believe it or not. Or how they treating the kids. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I may gotta look back at my shit. Hold on. I probably do. Shit. Hold on, y'all. Well, the fucking kids. They got them eating worms and shit. See if I can find it. Hopefully I can find it. Fuck. Hopefully I can find it. I don't think I can find the shit. Damn, I don't know why I can't find it. Hold on. Let me a second. All right, people, I'm back. I can't find a damn clip. I had the clip. It's a woman that it's a woman. I think she does like some shit on the internet for kids. That's her thing that she, and she went to go talk to some immigrant kids of how they've been treated at these camps that Trump created. And the kid said they ate worms or some shit like that. But I can't find that damn clip. I don't know why I can't find it. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't find it. All right. I want to do this real quick too. Let me do this real quick. I want the Latino community, and I'm gonna do this real quick. And I'm gonna get off. I want the Latino community to understand, or any other race, to understand how you deal with people in your community that's anti-you or anti somebody else on some discriminating and disrespectful shit to harm other people inside with white supremacy. This is how you handle this. So, this is how you handle this.
The job of a sellout, bootlick, whatever other word that you want to use, when they hire you for that job, the job is this: I will pay you handsomely. I will give you a position. All the thing you have to do to the terms of this contract is attack Black people. You be my mouthpiece. You be the anti-Black racist in Black skin. You be incendiary. You do everything that we need you to do. And Candace Owens have done that for a very long time. I've been around for a while. And I remember when Candace Owens was saying the most horrible and egregious things about the Black community. I remember Candace Owens when her hair looked fried and had bad edges. That's the Candace Owens that I remember. Not this new iteration of Candace Owens when they gave her a little glow up when she went over there with Ben Shapiro and them. That's when she actually got her hair fixed. Prior to that, that girl hair was atrocious, right? And let me not go there. But anyway, so she been going at these folks here lately. She been on their neck. And because they didn't hire her to go at them, they hired her to go at us. And she has been for a while going at these folks,
And
right?
listen, and let me just say this. The reason that Candace Owens went at Trump or the right or whatever the fuck she doing, because I don't know, it's confusing to me in a way. But the reason that she's doing that is because of the simple fact of that we don't really know. Like, as a Black person, be very honest with you, I don't know why Candace Owens going after Trump. I don't know why she didn't side with him or nothing like that. But my thought process of it, that maybe he was supposed to do certain things for her. I think I'll put it this way. A part of me kind of figured that the reason that she going after Trump, my opinion, and I can back it up with facts too, but I believe that she is going against Trump, and she's been going against Trump because she cried out to Trump to help her when she got in that lawsuit about the president of France's wife when he sued her, and she was screaming at Trump, "You should help me out with this shit," and it didn't come back that way. Shout out to my brother Book in the building. But I'm just saying that's the reason that she did not. That I think that's part of the reason why she came at Trump, because it was already this, with Israel and all that other shit. She already was going at Jews. She was already anti-Semitic against Jews. It wasn't like no nothing that was like all of a sudden she just did. No, it was when Trump didn't back her with this lawsuit. You understand what I'm saying? And it was the same thing with Trump. He supported Candace Owens and a lot of these motherfuckers, Tucker Carlson, all of them. It's something that Trump did not do for them. That's all it is. But let's move on.
Whether they are here in America or other countries who are dropping bombs on others, correct? Well, now Trump has now went after Candace Owens. Now, he should be getting into it, Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer called her a ghetto black, and, what follows after that. And you know good and well what that kind of code word is, what she was saying about Candace Owens. Now, none of us going to come to Candace Owens' rescue because she decided.
Right. And listen, Laura Loomer is a racist. Listen, and like I said, she never came at the Laura Loomer. I'm talking about Candace Owens. Never came at her when she was disrespecting Vice President Harris and other black women. Never said, hey, you shouldn't say that I'm a black woman or black person. She never stood up for black people in that way. Right? So my thing is to always tell all the black people that all of a sudden now you want to jump. If some of y'all may want to jump to help to defend Candace Owens for what? She never tried to defend us. Laura Loomer been disrespected and calling Vice President. Listen, she called Vice President Harris ghetto. What? Now we come from the hood. Ain't nothing about her ghetto. Nothing. And just to use the ghetto word when the racists say it, you know what they mean. Nigger. Oh, she a nigger. She come from that nigger shit. So ain't nothing about Vice President Harris. It's about our people of like she really like, you can just say hood, right? But they like to use ghetto. Ain't nothing ghetto about Vice President Harris. Nothing. Yeah, you can communicate with your people in a certain type of way. That don't mean you ghetto. That don't mean I'm hood. Because I can communicate and I can understand my people that come from that environment. Doesn't mean that I'm that. I come from it. I can relate to it. It's a black culture thing. We know our struggle. But for a white person or somebody that ain't black to come out to, oh, we being ghetto, that shit is insulting. Because you know nothing about ghetto. You know nothing about, matter of fact, you just using ghetto to disrespect us. But you don't know nothing about our culture. Because if you did, you wouldn't call black people ghetto. A lot of black people do not call incidents, oh, that's some ghetto shit. We say that's some bullshit. That nigga, that's some hood shit. Like, we got a different language with that shit to try to calm it down a little bit of niggas doing fuck shit. Right? But at the end of the day, you can't, if you ain't black, you can't call black people ghetto. Like, honestly, you really genuinely can't. And the real reason that you can't do that, because number one, you ain't black. Then number two, ghetto just don't mean black people. It's just a different language that we may call, which is ghetto, is white people that we call them, we call some of them white folks, they trailer park. They trailer park people. It's no difference. It's the same shit. You just try to use different language for it. But it's the same shit. You run into a trailer park type motherfucker, nigga, you be like, yo, that's some ghetto shit there. But you won't call it that if you white. You'll say, oh, they beneath me. Or some goofy shit like that. But them motherfuckers are ghetto too. But like I said, they like to take our shit, use our shit against us and shit like that, but don't call they people the same shit that they are. They come from the same, not our same environment, but come from the same oppression where they ain't got shit. But anyway, let's move on.
Had to be a bootleg long time ago, but hey, we definitely gonna talk about you. So let's look at a post that President Donald Trump, the sitting president of the United States, made about Candace Owens. Now, Donald Trump posted this here about Candace Owens, right? Now, it says Candace Owens' stock, which was never very high, has fallen.
Now, mind you, this post that he put out on his own platform, right? He retweeted or whatever he may have done. This shit is AI'd about Candace Owens. She look all bloody in the lip, bumpy. Don't look like she got no makeup on. Got not a do-rag, but a scarf on. Like she's some type of blood or crip or some shit. But it's in black and white too. So you don't know what the color of the shit that she got on her head. He actually literally did that. He retweeted that because he had a problem with her. Called her ghetto. And people like to say, oh, how you say Trump is ghetto? Why is he, every time he want to insult black people, we got low IQs, we ain't smart, or he put up these AI things that where it make black people look like we ghetto, we ain't got shit. Why is that? And then even when the black people like Barack and Michelle, he go back to them same stereotypes that always been around, right? Regardless if he did it or not, but he went along with it, right? Oh, they monkeys. They apes. That's being real. Why do a white person got to do that? Or any racist person got to do that? Listen, you do that shit. Listen, if I call you a cracker-ass cracker, that means I think you're a racist. But I don't say that about white people that I disagree with or have a problem with, just on a disagreement level. Or somebody I don't think that's racist. I never call them a crack-ass cracker. Right? Even though that's not as offensive. Or just to call a white person a racist. Well, listen, excuse me. I know some white people that will take that as offensive, you calling them racist. Right? But, excuse me, I know that. So, I don't call people racist, white people racist because I disagree with them. You get what I mean? Because I know white people that will take offense of you calling them a racist. So why would I do that? But you calling black people shit that you know that's offensive to us and try to present us that way, and you do that shit, and then you try to act like, oh, I'm not racist though. I just put that out there, you know. No, you're intentionally trying to say this about us. I don't give a fuck what race you are, but that's what you're doing. But anyway, let's move on.
On a long way. Her attack on the First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, is who he's talking about. So she's alleging that Brigitte Macron is a trans woman. I believe in this case, without verification, she is extremely low IQ individual. And if you look at on that screen there, that was going on, it says this is manufactured, of course. Now the picture they took is when she was trying to prove that she had some mold exposure and she was breaking out in a place she used to stay. Okay, so she took that picture interested in the picture he took of her. All the pictures of Candace Owens is out there. He took that one. Candace Owens, lies. Look, at the bottom, you can't see it. It uses rich white men. Now, you can use that for many things. 0% fact check ratio on all credible fact checking sites. Protect sex offenders. Yes, Donald Trump posted this. Now, Trump, listen, bro. Listen. I'm not about to come here and defend Candace Owens, but about the sex offender thing, you need to sit that out, okay? I read the Epstein file, sir, and you're all in it. I read about that particular party that they were.
Listen, I'm not even gonna get into that shit, right? I'm gonna put it this way, and I'm gonna leave it as this, and I'm done with it. Listen, I want all the races out there to understand something. I don't give a fuck what race you from. When black people don't fuck with people, we don't fuck with people. We not making excuses. Now, some will, but not a lot of us. We do not fuck with sellout coon niggas. We do not do that. Okay? And we will call them motherfuckers out and we stand on that shit. So Candace Owens is getting what she deserved. Candace Owens sat around for damn near a whole decade of supporting anti-blackness, supporting racism against our own people. If we didn't think or talk or move the way that those white supremacists thought we supposed to move it or talk or say, she did that. So nobody's here to defend her. So Donald Trump or whoever these racists, Lord Luma, all they can call it whatever they want. Black people ain't gonna get upset about that shit. I don't know why y'all thought that we were. Candace Owens is on her own. Ain't nothing that Candace Owens can say or do to make the black community ride with her. And listen, if she don't know that, hopefully she do know that now. We don't fuck with her. We don't fuck with Candace Owens. All you fucking racist motherfuckers thinking we gonna ride with her? No. Candace Owens on her own. She thought she was a better black person than the rest of us. She sided with y'all when it didn't, I don't know if it didn't benefit her or she got out of pocket, she crossed the line, and now y'all don't want her around. But I don't give a fuck. Either way. Either way. Don't give a fuck about a Candace Owens. And a lot of black people feel that way. So fuck that bitch. You can call her all types of niggas and call her all type of answer mamas. We don't care. That don't affect us. She ain't a part of she ain't been a part of the black communities for over a decade. So we don't fuck with her. So don't act like, oh, where the black people at? Black people, listen, it's like the immigrants. Your people, some of your people are sitting out there, and a good percentage of y'all sitting out disrespecting black people, and you want where the black people at? Why we ain't out marching and doing that? And even to the white folks, so-called good white folks, where the black people at? Why we ain't out marching? Man, fuck you. The fuck you talking about? More y'all people voted for Trump. Fuck you talking about? Not our people. We didn't do that. We didn't ride with white supremacy and racism. Y'all people, y'all communities did. Not ours. Not y'all. Not our race. Y'all did. So don't get mad at us. Don't ask us where we are. Don't get mad at us and be like, because we don't fuck with y'all. The fuck wrong with y'all? We good, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit y'all doing and talking about. We don't care. We stand up for our people. That's what we doing. You get mad all you want. Talk about black people all you want. Disrespect us all you want. We listen, all this disrespect that we hearing ain't really hurting us. We expect it. A lot of our black people, we expect this shit coming from y'all. the minority groups, the white folks. We get it. You ain't gonna change y'all mind. We stand on business, and that's what y'all mad at. We stand on business. We don't give a fuck about how y'all feel. We don't care. Fuck you talking about. We not getting involved in none of y'all dumbass shit that y'all voted for, or y'all people voted for. You voted for the motherfuckers that voted for, and y'all own people. You can't blame black folks. You can't blame black Americans for what y'all voted for. We didn't vote that way. So whatever the fuck is happening, why are you mad at us? We didn't vote for it. It's documented. It's facts. We didn't vote for none of this shit. Whatever the fuck is happening. We voted against it. And now y'all mad at black Americans because we saying, hey, you know what? Hey man, y'all all on your own. Don't call for black people to do shit. And now y'all mad at us? Because we don't want to be involved? And you mad at us? Okay, well, listen. Do whatever you're going to do. We still ain't going to get out there and do nothing. You can be racist. You can be disrespectful. You can do all the fucked up shit you want. We still ain't coming out there. We still ain't getting behind y'all. We feel disrespected. Imagine these people. They sitting there, they acting like they mad at us. Like, nigga, we did the right thing. We voted the right way. Our people did. It was none of their people. Half of they people didn't do shit the right way. And they mad at us. Because we won't have their back. Are you kidding me? Hey, black folks, I told y'all, we the culture. We the culture. Get the fuck out of here with these people. Nigga, you don't love being black, something wrong with you. These motherfuckers mad at us, and even though we ain't do nothing wrong. We did the right thing. We on the right side of history, and they still mad at us. They still mad at black folks. Please, man. I'm so highly offended. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You ain't mad at us for what? We did the right thing. Our people voted the right way. You can say whatever you want to say about black folks. We voted the right way. The shit that's happening now, it ain't because of black people. We didn't vote that way. And you can pinpoint certain black people or some coon niggas or whatever, but the majority, the big percentage of black people did not vote that way. And we can stand on that shit. We can't stand on them coon niggas. We don't like them niggas either. Or those black folks that did whatever. We don't fuck with them. And any motherfucker that fuck with them, we don't fuck with them either. The fuck is wrong with y'all? It's common sense. Don't try to play us like that. Try to act like we gotta. You motherfuckers don't want to accept y'all racist ass people, but then you get mad at the coon ass niggas that did do some shit. Well, it was 20% of black people that did. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We don't fuck with them, and we let it know we don't fuck with them. Anybody sell our people out. The big majority of our people, we stand on business with that. That's a fact. Now, you may know some of black people that don't do that. We don't fuck with them either. So why them niggas ain't a part of what we do? The fuck are y'all on? See, the problem is they don't respect black folks. They don't respect us, people. Our black people. They don't respect us, man. They think that because they say some shit, we supposed to be like, oh, that's the truth. No, it's not. We don't fuck with those niggas. And we don't fuck with none of you motherfucking race. Some of y'all racist ass people. And you can't get us to be acting like, oh, we trying to punch y'all out and we do that. There's certain black people that, yeah, they might be bigoted. They can't be racist. They ain't got no power to be racist. Fuck out of here. I was trying to get down, trying to group us all like we all like that. No, we ain't all like nothing. Motherfucker, then you get mad and they be like, oh, y'all trying to group us all in one. But then y'all still doing the same shit to us. We don't all agree with these niggas. And then the thing about it is, these black people can admit, sometimes it's certain black people that we may know, whatever, that do fucked up shit. At least we call them out. And if we don't call them out, then yeah, we part of the problem. I don't fuck with none of my family members or friends that's racist or bigoted. That's why I ain't got a lot of friends no more. I keep telling y'all that. You come to find out who these motherfuckers really are, like, yo, nah, man, I can't fuck with you, bro. At least I stand on business about it. People be sitting there pretending, like, fuck out of here. I don't fuck with people like that. I stand on business. I can't sit here and be saying, oh, I'm this motherfucker, and then I still fuck with motherfuckers that still do. No, them niggas ain't my friends no more. I don't fuck with them at all. Listen, I always say this. Why y'all think OBF broke up the way we did? Because a lot of them niggas was on bullshit. They couldn't stand on what they stand on. They couldn't stand on it. They couldn't be real about that shit. Stand on that shit. If you a racist, you're a bigot, you hate this motherfucker, you dislike them. Listen, it's one thing of disliking a race of people. I get that. But to say that, hey, you know what? I dislike and I hate everybody that's that race. Nigga, you ain't fucking with me. You been a phony. You know? Because you know it's people that ain't your race that you got love for. Excuse me, that did some shit to help you out and shit like that. Shout out to Ashley in the building. What up, Ashley? But nah, man, these people, they sit out there and listen. A lot of OBM members, a lot of people, they say here, they come here and they talk that shit. Like, yo, you mixing with these people. You can't be saying you hate everybody, bro. You can't say that, a hate a race. Like, you can't. You move around too much to be hating one race. If that's the case, nigga, I hang around more black people than I hang around anybody. So I should hate black people, shouldn't I? But I don't. Fuck, I hate black people for. And that goes for every race. You should hate your own race for doing fuck shit. But you don't. Of course you don't. Be respectful, man. It's not even being respectful. Be honest. Everybody ain't. Listen, you can't say a whole race is this. Yes, in every race, people, we got bigots and people that hate others and shit like that. We all have that. But the problem is that people want to sit here and pretend, oh, you know, it's the other race or that. And, you know, you get all sensitive in your race. Listen, I know about my people. Some of my people, not all, but some of my people. I know how they are. Listen, nigga, I told you, I got an uncle that hate white people. I started fucking with him. And I couldn't change his mind of it. Stop fucking with him. God rest his soul, he dead now, but it is what it is. Like, you know, fuck with him in years. Didn't go to the funeral, none of that. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that everybody's good because a motherfucker's blood in mine. Like I told you, I never was raised like that. I grew up in the community. My community raised me. My parents and I knew my mom and my dad. I knew all my family members. Didn't know them like had this real relationship with all of them like that, but I knew them. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? I was raised as a rebel. I was raised as a motherfucker that lived life. Right? Like, I ain't lived my life as a lot of motherfuckers live. They got a mom and father, grandparents and shit like that. Nigga, I got raised by the community. That's how I was raised. I grew up actually a real hood nigga. Like, seriously, like, ain't had shit. So, motherfuckers in my community, I respected a lot. I took they good and took they bad. You get what I mean? And when I got older, I understood there was certain shit that was, I thought that was good, was bad. I had to understand that. You motherfuckers want to run around and pretend like shit, everything's all good. Ain't nothing good. Everything ain't always good, man. Listen, I come from real street shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit niggas want to talk about. You listen, like I said, I come from where niggas, listen. Let me just say this. All the people, and I'm gonna put this way, so I don't want nobody to misunderstand what I'm saying. Listen, do y'all understand that where I come from, like, people die every day, bro. Ever since I was a kid, I done seen death. Till now that I'm, God willing, I'll be 45 in the next month or two. Right? Like, I've seen death before. A lot of people have died around me that even helped me in my life. A lot of them are dead. Like, life is life, bro. You're not going to, like life is going to come when it comes. Motherfuckers want to sit out here and pretend that, like, you know, if I do this and nigga, hey man, listen, it's about you like trying to be better to help people. It's not about none of y'all nonsense bullshit. Oh, let's get rich, let's go viral and all that other dumb shit. That shit, motherfuckers die, bro. Ask some of them people that was making all the money in the world, some of these people that was big influence people that was making up more money than motherfucker, or making the same type of money that people on news people that was making money. Well, these people was making millions of dollars a month. And they did. Nobody, listen, death is death. My point is to tell people, stop disrespecting each other. Be good people. And we all gonna die, bro. All this shit is gonna go the way it goes. And everybody wanna sit here and pretend like, oh, we all good here. We, like even all the people that was OBF. Shout out to my sister Ashley, baby. Shout out to her. Like, yo, everybody want to sit here and pretend everything's all good. Anything ain't good, nigga. People gonna die, bro. Everybody gonna die every day, bro. And you motherfuckers sit out here and you disrespect each other and you continue to do that shit and you think that shit gonna bring you views or you gonna do all the shit that you do. And just even in life, you think you better than somebody. You ain't better than shit. All you motherfuckers, everybody gonna die. I ain't wishing death on nobody. It's like wishing death on myself. I'm gonna die too. But yo, you motherfuckers just sit out here and you act like everything is okay. It's not. If you're not treating everybody like you got respect for people, just lying to yourselves and you lying to people, trying to pretend that you better than somebody. You ain't better than nobody. None of these motherfuckers are better than nobody. You see the president of the United States just sit there and just pretend and lie. And then you wonder why the people the way they are. Right? It's grown-ups in there. It's like my daughter. Like, if I tell my daughter she better than everybody, I can sit there and tell my daughter and don't lie to you. I'll be real about it. You want to be real about it? I can tell my daughter she better than every last one of her cousins. She's better than all of my nieces and nephews, and she better than all of them. I can say that. And I can stand on that. I can bring the proof of it. But is that morally good? No, it's not. My daughter ain't no better than nobody. Nobody. I ain't better than my sisters. Nobody. I ain't better than nobody. The problem is that people like to go around and disrespect each other because they think they better than each other. That's the type of time we in. That's where we are, people. Real talk. And I don't like this shit, but that's where we are. And people want to sit there and pretend like, oh, Kenny, you tripping. No, I ain't tripping. These motherfuckers don't really understand what they pushing out here. You pushing negativity. Trying to act like you better than somebody. I got this, I got that. You ain't got shit. Because you don't die with none of that shit. Even all them 1% of the motherfuckers we say they rich and all that shit, you know once they die. Listen, love Michael Jackson. We know Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer in the world. If nobody brings up Michael Jackson dying, nobody gives a fuck about Michael Jackson is dead. You know that? Nobody cares. Death is death. Give a fuck who you are. Ask them about it. Michael Jackson dead, nigga. Nobody give a fuck about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson been dead for over a decade. Michael Jackson died what? 2009. Give a fuck. People ain't give a fuck about Mike. Now he got a movie out and everybody give a fuck about this shit 20-something years later. Fuck out of here, bro. Now all of a sudden it's Mike. You know, Mike, we love Mike and all that other shit. Motherfuckers weren't even born when Michael Jackson even died. Now they give a fuck about Mike. Or they was babies when Michael Jackson died. Fuck, what y'all talking about, man? I'm gonna give a fuck about Michael Jackson, man. No disrespect. I'm not saying to disrespect Mike. I'm just saying they don't give a fuck about real shit. People don't care about real shit. That's all I'm saying. Not to disrespect Mike, but it's just like, come on, man. Do they really care? Fuck out of here, bro. All right, people, I'm out, man. Leave your comments, hit that like button. Support your boy, Mr. OBL. Peace and love to the world.